I am back. Let's fucking go. Although I'm gonna be probably a little low energy today. I took a long ass nap. I was gonna take an hour and a half nap today. And then I went back to sleep.
Legal Academy, a prestigious high school with alumni in the highest echelons of the legal world.
This lollipop's so fucking good. Not sponsored. Oh no, I'm gonna be late. Finally. So this is it. The illustrious Thamus Legal Academy. A school festival for a legal academy seems interesting. Someone falls in the like alley or something. It's like, I'm gonna sue for damages, and everyone just turns their head like, sue? Your attention, please. This is an announcement from the mock trial committee. The mock trial will begin shortly. All students and faculty, please proceed at once to the lecture hall. Thank you. Hey, we're all Wright and Apollo. I like how I'll call Wright by his last name and Apollo by his first. It's weird to call him Justice, and it's weird to call him Phoenix. Oh, look at this place. It's so fancy. Wow. Oh gosh, we hope I don't get hiccups. Hey, Athena, over here. Ooh. Ah, Mr. Wright, Apollo. I've been looking for you two. I'm so sorry that I'm late. It's okay. Sorry we couldn't wait for you. We didn't want to be late for our meeting. Lucky for you, the person who was supposed to meet also seems to be running late. Mr. Wright, Mr. Justice, it seems Professor Court has yet to arrive. How unprofessional of her to keep visitors to an esteemed institution waiting like this. I shall make her right. I will not. Oh, who do we have here? All right, you haven't been introduced yet. Ah, yes, you must be the young lady Mr. Wright was telling me about. I'm Aristotle Means, professor at this hallowed hall of learning. Plus, the name's Aristotle. I oversee a lawyer course here. It is a pleasure to meet you. I'm Athena Sykes. I just recently got my attorney's badge myself. It's nice to meet you too. How wonderful. So vigorous and vivacious. You just earned yourself a gold star. Yippee! I do not like that smile. I don't like it at all. Looks like the mock trial is about to begin. What are we going to do about our meeting? Oh, speaking of the mock trial, do either of you know what it's about? Oh, but I thought we had sent a pamphlet to your office. Right, the pamphlet. Whatever happened to that? You will be seeing it again. Choose to use it for the old rip it up and restore it trick. In other words, yeah, It didn't work as advertised. But it seems I better explain the situation. Please do. I'm a beginning at this. I've never done anything lawyer-like before. Oh, almost slipped there. Hold on. Now you put it... My badge. Why did I... Oh, wait. It's not even talking about the badge. It's just about presenting something. I'm not gonna read that out. No, siree. Now, does anyone have any questions? I do, Professor. Could you tell me all about your school? What an excellent question. Here's a gold star for asking. Like the SpongeBob episode with gold stars. What was it? What's the funniest number? 24. Our academy has 3 courses to choose from. Students seeking to be lawyers take the lawyer course. Likewise, budding prosecutors take the prosecutor course, and future judges the judge course. Wow! You have everything here for someone who wants to seriously pursue a career in law. Yes, well, that's what makes our school special, and today even more so. After all, we are to be treated to a lecture by the legendary attorney Phoenix Wright. We can't wait to hear all about his return to the legal profession. You're giving a lecture, Mr. Wright? But you're not even a professor. Yeah, well, I'm just giving them what they want. Did you even know you were meant to be giving a lecture here today? Yeah, sort of, but I came early because I was supposed to have a meeting with the head of the judge course, Constance Court. It's been a whirlwind of a morning. Let's leave it at that. Professor Court. She's a wonderful instructor, but quite unpunctual. When I've heard our esteemed Mr. Wright here is scheduled to hold a training seminar tomorrow, in addition to today's lecture. A training seminar? For lawyers? What exactly does that involve? Why, it involves the very skills that make a lawyer a lawyer. The arm angle when shouting objection, the proper way to strike the podium, how to project one's voice, most importantly, how to bluff your way to victory. Okay, you sound a little bit biased against lawyers for someone who's supposed to be in the helping run a lawyer school. Who exactly do you want me to teach stuff like that to again? What a wonderful question. You just earned yourself a gold star. The great honor of taking a seminar by a famous lawyer and a famous prosecutor. That is what is at stake in this mock trial, the crown jewel of the school festival. Who's the mock trial? Who's the mock prosecutor? The mock trial in question. Oh, I see. Wait, no, he's hold on. A seminar by a famous lawyer and a famous prosecutor. Who's the famous prosecutor? The mock trial in question is a prestigious event that every student aspires to win. The top student in the lawyer course and the top student in the prosecutor course face off in a simulated court case set in this very school. As for the case itself, we select the best script written by a judge course student and base our case on that. A one-on-one battle? How thrilling. So if the student studying to be a lawyer wins, they get to take my training seminar? Or what if the other student wins? I'm not a prosecutor, so there's no cause for alarm. We have a famous prosecutor ready for such a case. Exactly who it is, well, that is a special surprise. A famous prosecutor? Professor Means, forgive me for interrupting you and your guests. I'm Juniper Woods, a senior in the judge course. Professor, the trial will begin shortly. Since you'll be delivering the pre-trial speech, would you mind waiting up in the balcony until we're ready for you? My, how very organized you are, Juniper. You just earned yourself a gold star, too. But what about Professor Court? Well, I suppose she'll eventually arrive. Now then, I trust you will look out after our visitors, Juniper. Yes, of course, Professor Means. Juniper? Juniper Woods? Is that you? Hmm? Athena? I didn't recognize you. Almost didn't recognize you. I didn't know you were back from Europe. Wait, you two know each other? Now that's a coincidence. We've known each other since we were kids. We were like best friends, right, Junie? Yes. Well, we live so close to each other, so we used to play in the forest together. Yeah, like a lot. Anyway, we're supposed to go wait in the waiting room, right? Not that I wouldn't mind taking in the mock trial you're putting on today. Unfortunately, the mock trial is only for students and faculty. There is one seat reserved for Mr. Wright, but no other exceptions are allowed. Yes, I'm very sorry, but it is part of the student curriculum after all. I hope you two won't mind remaining in the waiting room until the trial concludes. Oh, that's too bad. I was hoping to learn something new today. We'll just let you know afterwards. Yeah, exactly. I'll tell you what, Apollo. Why don't you take my place? What? Really? Sure. Besides, I'd like to meet with Professor Court as soon as he gets here. No fair. I want to see the mock trial too. Sorry, I'm gonna let Apollo pull what little rank he has. If it's okay with Professor Means. What little rank? Come on, you're putting him down there a little bit, but still, I mean, toss him a bone. You gave him one game, you might as well toss him another bone. But of course, Mr. Wright, if that's what you wish. It's settled then. We'll expect a full and detailed report, Apollo, so pay attention. Being the new kid sure stinks. If you would please follow me, I'll escort you down the waiting room from the first floor. She looks so different than what she looks like in the... Because it's because of the pigtails and everything. Also her composure. I want some of this drink. Come on. I was coding off of buying this banana cream flavor for something. It's like a not health soda or whatever, and it's actually pretty good. I've been drinking like 3 of them. Thank goodness they're like very low on sugar. How low are they? 4 grams. Yes. What the fuck? What was that? $5 says whatever it was used as a way to establish an alibi. Athena, I could have sworn I just heard something fall down and break. If you go running now, they'll think it was you. Well, it wasn't me. I think it came from somewhere outside. Oh, well, we better go have a look. Seeing as everyone else is in the lecture hall. Okay. Is this staged for some sort of concert? Kind of reminds me of a courtroom. Wait, Athena, behind the witness stand. What? Professor Court, can you hear me? Professor! Wait, that's who we were supposed to be meeting with? It looks like our meeting's been canceled for us. No shit, right? No, this can't be real. We never see a dead body. Oh, I don't want to go into that. I called the police. They should be here soon. I go tell everyone in the lecture hall too. No, wait. They'll find out soon enough once the police get here. Let's do our own crime scene investigation before it gets too crowded around here. Huh? Are we even allowed to do that? It's no big deal as long as we leave it exactly like we found it. Plus... No, never mind. Anyway, we should look around while the scene's still fresh. Oh, I remember. I remember why he was just like, I don't want to get people involved that much. You're the boss. It's time to do a little look-see. You start from the outer border and you work your way in. Start by studying the body. Okay, never mind. We should not do that first. We should go look at the body first. Oh, one. Oh. Fine, we could look at. That's interesting. Thing in the corner. Yeah, you're gonna have to be used to dead bodies if you want to be a lawyer. Or you can just deal with like non-murder cases, like kidnappings. What do we have here? A book? I'm guessing it fell out of her chest pocket. Wait, what if it's a diary? That's the most private thing a girl has. True, but considering the situation at hand, my apologies to the late Professor Court. No, don't! Looks more like a planner than a diary. Every page seems to have the same sword mark printed on it at that. Let's see. Routine reports. Hugh O'Connor. Meet with Hugh for the report. With a mock trial. Upon confirmation. Meet with Wright about the training seminar and the mock trial begins. Oops, I keep on moving the. Notice anything strange about the body? Take a deep breath and then take a good look. Well, now that you mentioned it, there's no blood around it. If the victim's body is cold and rigor mortis has already been set to dissipate. Interesting. It appears that quite some time has passed since Professor Court was murdered. Thing is, the quad was packed with students up until the end of the start of the mock trial. Wait, and doesn't that mean she was killed at a different location? Yes. The killer moved the body here while everyone was in the lecture hall. That's a definite possibility. Noticing anything else? Her arms are raised over her head and there are dark bruises around her wrists. So she was tied up. Yep, probably tied up with something. Eventually her wrists are unbound. And she reached up to stretch and she was killed? Actually, I'm not so sure about this theory. There's not exactly a lot to go on. It's maybe she wasn't tied up that way. She could have been tied up sideways, not tied up vertically. There's an arrow stuck in her side. Gunshot wounds and stab wounds are pretty common, but arrow wounds? This is a homicide any way you slice it. In other words, we have a murder on our hands. Well, no, maybe someone just tossed an arrow out there accidentally and it just accidentally hit her. You know, that's a possibility, right? So that means this makes this arrow the murder weapon. Yeah. Well, that and the bow that shot it. Right. But where could the killer have shot her from? The stage is a sea of obstructions. I'm no expert on archery, but it can't be easy to hit a target with this much stuff around. Would it be possible to kill someone by stabbing them with an arrow? I'm not sure. Guess we better do some more investigating before jumping to conclusions. Okay. That's about all we're getting to find out from the body for now. Nice work, Athena. Your face only turned 5 shades of pale. I was expecting 50. Ha! That's a 50 Shades of Grey reference. Well. We should probably take a picture of the crime scene just in case. Okay, I'm on it. Click, click. Say cheese. Jeez. And I thought I was the one with the twisted sense of humor. I think that should do it. Alright, let's take a better look around the area while we wait for the police to arrive. Okay. This pile of rubble sticks out like a sore thumb. Looks like a broken pottery or plaster. Maybe this is the source of that noise we heard? There were supposedly 2 statues on the stage. I seem to recall hearing that a co-ed from the Fine Art Club had made them. There were two. Then that thing over there is the remains of the other statue? This could be related to the case. Let's take a closer look. There's something buried in the rubble. The Themis Herald? Wait, we shouldn't disturb it. Let's just read what we can. Final act into a love triangle centered on campus. She-Devil Juniper Woods. Level-headed lawyer course genius and hot-blooded prosecutor course student will go head-to-head in a mock trial battle for the She-Devil's black heart. Hugh O'Connor has declared that he will confess to her if he wins. Wait, what? I seriously wish I hadn't read that. You find that more shocking than discovering a murder victim's body? But we're talking about my friend Junie here. She'd never lead guys on like that. Athena, you don't believe everything you read, do you? This article is clearly written with malicious intent. I'm not buying a word of it. You're right, but it's still disturbing, even if it's a third-rate tabloid material. Okay, there's definitely something there, but there are other pressing matters to take care of. Okay. Okay, man. Right? Oh, you come. Give me. Okay. I wonder what this was a statue of. Whatever it was reddish purple in color. When I first got here, both statues were already here, but they were covered up. But they were waiting to unveil them when the school festival moved here to the stage. You mean this duffel bag looking thing was actually being used to cover the statues? Oh god, I know who it is. Oh. That outfit? It's probably Christoph Gavin. Oh, Clavier? I keep forgetting which one. And I think the one on the right is supposed to be, well, right. Yeah, I think it's Phoenix Wright's on the right, and then whatever Gavin it is, the one that goes up against Apollo. It's like his rival is the one on the left. Oh, here comes Apollo. I've never seen anyone move so fast. Listen, something big's happened. I was at the mock trial when the police announced a body had been found on campus. That's right, and we're the ones who phoned it in. We found Professor Court dead behind the witness stand over there. What? Can you show me? What the? We've already had a quick look at the body. It's definitely a homicide. Once the police get here. No, I know it's a homicide. I'm shocked because it's the same, exactly the same. Whoa there, Apollo. Take a deep breath and explain what you mean. It's the same, the body that is. It's just like how it was in the mock trial. What? Is that the mock trial? I know, it sounds crazy, but the body's location and position, the murder weapon, the lack of pooling blood. It's all exactly like the mock trial. You're kidding, right? Can't really all be the same, can it? That's the sound of the police. Oh, they're in their thinking poses now. The whole school's in an uproar. There won't be any more classes today. I mean, yeah, a murder on campus would definitely make people in an uproar. That's the last thing I expected at a legal academy. I'll go tell Professor Means what we discovered. Oh, when we discovered the body. Observed when we discovered the body. You two wait here until you're spoken with the police. Yes, boss. I can't believe this is happening. Can't believe we have to wait around here. I can't stay still at times like these. Athena. There you are. Junie, am I glad to see you? I was worried that... Don't worry about me. I'm student council president after all. I need to be strong. Student council president? Wow, I'm impressed. Juniper, was it? You mind if we ask you a few questions? Yeah, we're stuck here waiting for the police. And there's really not much to do. There's no, like, lawyers, like, magazine we can read or something? Sure, what would you like to know? I gotta do it. That's your attorney's badge, isn't it? I really envy you, you know. That gold sunflower really suits you. Thanks, I know you'll make a fabulous judge someday, Junie. Thank you. But even if I become a judge, I'll never have one of those sunflower badges. Of course she envies you. Look at her hair. Oh, that's... Sorry, but I couldn't help reading it. You always were popular with the guys. But that's not true. I was never... You just didn't realize it. But that made you even more irresistible. It's been 7 years, but I still remember how all the boys wanted to be near you. I bet you used to get all excited when a guy handed you a love letter. And then got really bummed out when he'd say, could you give this to Juniper for me? Damn. Damn, some shots are taken. No, don't confiscate my stuff. I haven't seen you in ages, Junie. What's it been, 7 years or so? Yes, I remember how you were always there for me, Athena. 7 years ago in this universe. I'm thinking about this timeline-wise. Okay, so... It's been at least 7 years since... I think it's 7 years since, the first, like, the flashback case of Apollo Justice, which is 3 years before this. So this would be set... The last time they saw each other was somewhere around either Trials and Tribulations, the end of Trials and Tribulations till somewhere around the first case of Apollo, the first incident in Apollo Justice, the Grammarly case. Is that right? I feel like that's right. Well, I think Apollo's been helping Phoenix for like a year. Remember how you used to call me Thena? I liked it better that way. It felt like we were sisters, you know. Yes, but I'm student council president now. As student representative of Themis Legal Academy, I have to act properly. I knew you wanted to be a judge, but I didn't expect this. It's such a prestigious school, and you're in the judge course to boot. Yes, Professor Court had been in charge of it until, well, you know. Well, no, tell us, what happened? What sort of teacher was Professor Court? If I had to sum her up in a single word, I'd say she was amazing. A judge must always seek the truth. That was her mantra, and she used it in trying to fix what was wrong with our school. She was a beacon of hope in this dark age of the law. This is the first time they mentioned the dark age of the law, like, chronologically? I think it is. What's wrong with your school? What did you mean by that? Oh, nothing. Never mind. Professor Court chose my script for the mock trial. Oh? You mean all the students in the judge course had to submit a script? And yours is the one she selected? Wow, that's amazing, Junie. Well, thank you. But now Professor Court is... Who would do such a thing? Just yesterday we were working together trying to get this things ready. Oh, it's the sickly part. Excuse me. Are you alright, Junie? Maybe you should take it easy for a while. Why do you need a script and a showdown between a lawyer and a prosecutor? Well, we were simulating a trial, so we needed a script as a framework. All the details about the incident and the people involved are included in the script. We also prepared a crime scene, photos, a murder weapon, and other sorts of evidence. Why you guys think of everything? It must be hard getting all that ready. Yes, well, it was only Professor Court and I. After all, we didn't want the script or other elements of the mock trial to get leaked. That makes sense. We're the only ones in the entire school who knew all the details. Must have been a big pain in the... that must have been really difficult. I wrote the script so that the case would go either way. That way, the defense and the prosecution both had an equal chance of winning. If you think that's all she's capable of, you've got another thing coming. Hmm? Who said that? Juniper's genius doesn't stop at her brilliant script. She gave an award-winning performance as the defendant, man. I think I found a rival to my cords of steel. Hugh, Robin, aren't you going to introduce yourselves to us guests? As student council president, I wouldn't have you treating them rudely. Heh, you're right. Is he gonna does he do the glasses thing? I forgot if he does the glasses thing. I heard Mr. Wright was bringing a couple of guests with him. That would be you two, Apollo Justice and Athena Sykes. Yep, I'm Athena Sykes. And I'm Apollo Justice. Nice to meet you. And I'm Windings. I pass on the handshake. I'm studying to be a lawyer. The name's Hugh O'Connor. Ah, he does it. But some call me Mr. Perfect because I never score less than 100% on tests. Now that's what a real lawyer is like. Let me be the first to apologize for Hugh's totally rude introduction. Sorry! Now, here's my intro. I'm Robin Newman. I'm starting to be a prosecutor, like the really cool kind that nails the bad guys. No, where's the sincerity? These two were the lawyer and the prosecutor in today's mock trial. Even though I wrote the script, I also played the part of the defendant. Yeah, calling her a she-devil though is kind of a little too far, don't you think? Juniper, come on, your role's way beyond just that. That's right, the rock trial's just the start. She's also in the school festival's main event. Live on stage, Juniper Woods, and the crowd goes bananas. Woo! I'm supposed to sing at the school festival. All of the other girls were too embarrassed to try it out, so... My Junie's singing on stage in front of people? Yeah, can you imagine trying to like do something like perform in front of a bunch of people? Never had that happen to me. I was responsible for making everyone's stage costumes. Oh, it's the Lemmy War thing. And this is what I'll be wearing. That's amazing, Junie, but then again, you were always good at this kind of thing. Those constellations in particular, really something. Oh, thank you. One of my favorite things to do is look up at the stars in the middle of the forest. Huh, so you're a fan of the night sky then? Wow, Paula, didn't know you were such a romantic. It's not like that. I have this friend, he and I go way back, who got me really interested in space. Wait, you had a friend when you were young? Color me surprised. Okay, now she's taking shots at him, so it's fair now. As student council president, I cannot allow such mean-spirited teasing to continue. Oh shit. The costumes were no problem, but as for singing, I'm not sure I... Hold on, hold that thought. Oh, da, da. You can do it! Just do it! That's right. And anyone who says otherwise will have to answer to me. Yeah, who won? How did the mock trial end? We were just about to reach a verdict when the police arrived. Now we'll never know how it would have turned out. I guess that's what happens when there's a real murder during a fake murder trial. Ended right before the verdict? Talk about a bad timing. I was this close, man. I bet I would have won. But I bet the defense wasn't doing too badly either, right? Zen and the art of mastering the bar exam. Civil law, corporate law, criminal law. Zen, of course, yeah. We'll settle this some other time, and I assure you I will win when that time comes. Like I'm gonna let that happen. I don't think so. I hope they don't end up hurting each other. Oh, don't worry. The three of us have been good friends since we enrolled here. We even have proof of our friendship. Proof? Like physical evidence proof? Yes, we're studying for a career in law, and in the legal world, evidence is everything. As long as our friendship lasts, you can bet we'll be carrying them around. The famed Themis Legal Academy ingenuity at work. So what exactly is this proof of friendship anyway? Well, it's a secret, and if I show you, it would be bad luck. Oh, okay. Do we do the Discord on people when they're outside of a case? Outside of a... Oh, we did, because we did it on shit, I already forgot her name. The girl from the previous case, the girl who was afraid of spirits. We used the Discord thing on her to make her like not think that they were yokai in the room. So if that's the case, then yeah, I guess we may do it outside of the court case with her. Our friendship is sacred. Our friendship is sacred and invaluable. It's not something to be put cheaply on display. Proof? We don't need no stinking proof. Us three are friends forever. Okay. Something wrong, Athena? No, it's nothing. Oh, alright then. Hey, isn't that... Everyone stay right where you are. Don't move a muscle. Well, I moved. Did the Fulbright? Is something wrong? Well, if it isn't my little lawyer friends. Sorry, but the small talk will have to wait. Juniper Woods, you're under arrest for the murder of Constance Court. I'm what? Wait a second, what's going on here? Why are you arresting Junie? Please, Detective Fulbright, we're involved in this case too. Aha, so you're the lawyers who the dispatch said were first on the scene. I can't tell you everything, but I will say this. There are two major reasons for her arrest. Number one, suspect led somebody to where the body was. I didn't. And number two, the crime scene exactly how the suspect portrayed it in her script. But you can't arrest her on just those grounds. True, but there's more. However, Prosecutor Blackwell specifically told me not to say any more than that. Detective Fulbright, we found this in the suspect's pocket. Why, there's blood on this. That's evidence we made for the mock trial. A mock trial? Never heard of such a thing, but it sounds fishy to me. Real fishy. Now, if you would, officers. Yes, sir. But Alright. Junie. Now, if you excuse me, I have work to do. Hold it?
Hold it!
There we go.
Hold it! I refuse to believe that she's the killer! Junie! I've decided. I'm going to defend you. I'll fight with everything I've got. Athena. Junie, it's good to hear you say that name again.
If you call me Athena again, I'm dropping you as a client. Hate to interrupt your bonding time, but aren't you rather new to all this? You're barely even a lawyer. Well, I don't have much experience, and I may need Apollo and Mr. Wright's help at times. But nobody believes in Junie as much as I do. I'll help you too, Jennifer. There's no way you murdered your professor. Athena. Apollo. Thank you both. I'm counting on you. We've got your back, Junie. Just like Katana, she's got our back. Guess things worked out after all. Now that you have your lawyers, Miss Woods, it's time for us to head back to your station. Mr. Woods can be like, oh, it's fine. Take a deep breath and relax, Athena. I'm here to help with whatever you need. So let's get right on the case. I'll say right to the case, but it's the same thing. I won't have this case left in the hands of rank amateurs. If anyone's going to solve this case, it'll be me. Time to investigate. Well, that smug little... That was totally rude! And you're not the only one on the case, man. I'm in too, big time. Juniper Woods, I'm gonna save you. Oh, they went off already. Now that those two are gone, let's get back to what I was talking about in front of the stage. About the mock trial, that is. Oh, right. You said the victim's location, position, and so on were just like in the script. Exactly. But without the script or any props, it's kind of hard to explain. Perhaps I could help? Yeah, forehead. Prosecutor Gavin, what are you doing here? You two seem to know each other. Is someone going to introduce me? Well, I believe we have a fresh face here. Greetings, Fraulein. Wait, I remember this. I watched Indiana Jones last month, I think. Oh, the month before. I had to remember how to say it. Is it Fraulein? Pauline? I think it's Fraulein. Greetings, Fraulein. I am Claver Gavin. Okay, it was Claver, so I was wrong the first time. Some know me as a prosecutor, but I'm most famous for my former rock band. We were quite popular, you know, but regrettably the band went kaput. Perhaps you've heard of us, the Gavineers? I was the lead vocalist. Never heard of your band. Then again, I was out of the country until only recently. But, can I get your autograph? You just met him like 3 seconds ago and you want his autograph? Forgive me, Fraulein, but I've retired from the music biz. But I'd be happy to offer my autograph as rockstar prosecutor Claver Gavin. Oh, okay. That one then. She's a lively one, eh, forehead? I didn't know she was your type. She's the newest member of Wright Anything Agency, that's all. Nice to meet you. I'm Athena Sykes. A pleasure to meet you too, Athena Sykes. Now that intros are out of the way, I'm sure you have some questions for me, yeah, Hair Forehead? I ask why you people present your attorney's badges like that? It seems like Air Forehead and Mr. Wright always want to show theirs off too. Well, let me ask you, Prosecutor Gavin, why do you play the air guitar? Ah, it would seem the answer we seek can be found in much the same place. I never gave it that much thought, actually. I always just whip it out. Ha! Ha ha ha! Okay, no, he wasn't gonna react to that. All right, that's on me. Fucking Casanova over here. What were you doing here, Prosecutor Gavin? I'm here for the same reason as your boss, to give a lecture and a training seminar. And I have another crucial role to play. The Gaviniers are getting back together for a one-time special performance. Even though you guys disbanded, which was a shame, by the way, really. Yeah, I know how much you adored our music, Air Forehead. Anyway, I studied abroad in Germany to get my badge early, but I did graduate from here. Wait, so that performance Judy mentioned, I see you've already heard about that. One student representative was selected to sing with us on stage. That's why they were too embarrassed. It's not because of the crowd, it's because they were performing in front with the Gaviniers. All that pressure. And the stage was supposed to look like this tomorrow. 2 big banners and a pair of wicked statues. This is just an illustration, but it's not half bad. Wicked statues? Wait, are these supposed to be you and Mr. Wright? Bingo, Fraulein. And they were so big and magnificent too. What a terrible waste. Well, the worst part of this whole thing is, my long-awaited reunion with my mentor never came to pass. Wait, don't tell me your mentor was Professor Court. She was the one who taught me how to think about the law. So Constance Court was your professor here at the academy. She may have taught the judge course, but she had a huge impact on me. She was fond of the saying, the end is only justified through proper means. She wouldn't tolerate dishonesty and always revered what was right beyond all else. Which, you know what, to be fair, she did a good job with that with Gavin, because he really did in Apollo Justice, you know, he didn't have to go against his brother, but he specifically was like, I want to know the truth and I believe in like the right way of the law. He may be kind of a stuck-up prosecutor sometimes, but he's a good, out of all the prosecutors, he's the most like, he's the least like backhandy. Athena, are you tearing up? But I can't blame you. Prosecutor Gavin owes a lot of who he is to Professor Court. Exactly. So as you can see, we are both joined in purpose, so to speak, yeah? Now, let's rock this place hard. I don't follow. Let's rock what? Forget already, Airforehead? I said I'd help you explain the mock trial. We're going to reprise it right here in the lecture hall. It might help us catch our killer. Gotta take to the stands. Okay, just came in to get some more food. Yippee! Right, the stage is ready, and you, Airforehead, ready to rock? No, the defense is not ready to rock. You saw the actual mock trial earlier, right? Just relax, you'll do fine. Besides, we have the script right here. Junie's masterpiece, the one everyone's been talking about? Yeah, and there's only one in existence. I borrowed it, if you will. Now, Fraulein, we need you to play the part of defendant and judge as part of the script. Okay, got it. I've only read the case outline so far. I don't know how it actually turns out, so I'll treat it like I'm prosecuting a real case. You, Airforehead, will play the part of a fledgling lawyer, a role you were born to play. All the evidence is also here with us. We have everything we need to reprise the mock trial. Très bien. That's how you say that. Let's get started. Defendant slash judge Athena Sykes is psyched and ready to rock. Court is now in session for a reenactment of the mock trial. Or what I like to call the mock trial. Yeah, a double mockery perhaps, but a trial is still a trial. Mock chung, baby. It's no holds barred. Let's rock. Aw, can't we take it easy today?
Objection!
It may just be a mock of a mock, but there's only one way to compete. You play to win. So remember, each time I catch you slacking off, I'm holding you in contempt of court. Great. A judge that voices her own objections and abuses her judicial powers. Oh, I had to hit that talk. Now then, Prosecutor Gavin, your opening statement, if you please. You got it, Fraulein Judge. Our case is set in a school very much like this one. The victim, a professor, female. The defendant, an archery club member, also female. Oh, me. Oh my. I'm innocent. Innocent, I tell you. That's some seriously bad acting, Fraulein. Anyway, hey, we're not working with much here, okay? You know what? We're not in acting school, we're in lawyer school right now. Anyway, the victim's body was discovered in the middle of the quad. Interesting. Here's a shot of the crime scene. Ironically, it's Professor Court who poses the corpse. Airforehead, how did the mock trial participants react to this photo? Mr. Newman was surprised by what Professor Court was wearing. He reacted with, oh, the green sweatsuit. Too much of a fledgling to know what's important in that one. In any case, both in the mock trial and the actual case, Professor Court was wearing a sweatsuit. Moving right along. Hey, wait a second. A body was discovered in the same area as the mock case, although there was a stage. But the hand placement's different. Plus the murder weapon, an arrow, and the lack of blood are also the same. That's right, and therein lies the significance of this mock trial. So let's keep rocking it hard, just like that. Before the crime occurred, the defendant was to meet with the victim in the quad. Let's see here. When I arrived at our meeting place, I found the professor with an arrow in her stomach. But it wasn't me. I didn't kill her. You don't have to ham it up like that, Athena. It's called getting into character, Airforehead. Don't be such a wet blanket. Hell, that's like me when I stream. Kind of. A little bit. Somewhat. Right, let's see. Oh yeah, then Hugh said, a frail co-ed used her bare hands to stab a professor with an arrow? I don't think so. At the time of the murder, a male student was seen holding a bow in the archery club room, which has a clear view of the quad. He shot the arrow into the victim before my client even got there. Nine, Airforehead. That fine swagger does not suit you in the least. Order, order, order! Especially you, Mr. Justice. Me? But I was just trying to get into it like Mr. Urawaka said. So, the victim was shot from the archery club before the meeting even took place. Hence, the defendant could not be the killer. That seems to be the defense's assertion. Prosecutor Gavin, do you have any objections? The autopsy report notes that the edges of the victim's wound were unusually ragged. Could such physical trauma possibly result from an arrow shot from the bow? 9. I believe the victim was impaled with an arrow by hand, post-mortem. In short, the real murder weapon was not the arrow at all. When Robin was prosecutor, he had a tough time determining the real murder weapon. Well, he's just a student, a warm-up act, while I'm the real deal, the headliner, so to speak. The true murder weapon was the most likely, the awl that was left in the art room. Awl? What's that? I mean, And all you say, what might that be? It's a kind of tool used for poking holes in paper, wood, and other materials. It's kind of like an ice pick. I have a photo here if you're interested. And it's the thing that they found in Juniper's pockets. Gross. It's all bloody up to the handle. Please tell me it's just paint. Most likely, Fraulein. Pretty realistic, yeah? Let's pretend it's real blood for now. The defendant's prints were lifted from the murder weapon. Furthermore, traces of the victim's blood were discovered in the art room. That's why I believe the murder actually took place. So the question now is, how did the body get from the art room to the stage? The murder took place in the 3rd floor art room, but the body was found in the quad. It must have been quite a chore moving the body all that way. Not at all. There's a maintenance area and a storehouse right outside the art room. And the cart we used to carry balls around was found here. Oh, I think I've seen one of those before. There was a cart that was like this in the second Ace Attorney Investigations game, the case with the prison. A jumbo jar, big enough to fit a person or a body in it. The defendant dropped the body from the art room window, then moved it with a cart. That's how a high school girl could easily move a body all by herself. You don't say.
Objection!
A body dropped from 3 stories up would show signs of massive blunt force trauma.
Objection!
That may be true, but you failed to account for the large high jump mat in the storehouse. A body dropped onto such a mat would show no signs of blunt force trauma. It's almost scary how similar this whole case is to the mock trial proceedings. Quite the crafty killer. In an attempt to cast suspicion on the archery club, they moved the body to the quad where it would be an easy shot from the club room. Then the killer faked the murder weapon by inserting an arrow into the stab wound. Were there any further arguments from the defense? Nope, it seemed like the teacher who was playing the judge was satisfied too. Time for the finale then. Your verdict if you please, Fraulein Judge. Huh? Oh right, that's me. Very well, this court finds the defendant, Juniper Woods. Wait a second. Even if this is just a mock trial of a mock trial, I don't want to declare Junie guilty. Yeah, perhaps that's not such a good idea. Let's end our mock trial here. Besides, it's about time I get back to my investigation. Thanks, you two. So right now, let's put this through. We have, our protagonist team, Athena and Apollo are investigating. We have Gavin investigating. We have both Robin, Newman, and Hugh O'Connor investigating. And we have the cops and Blackwell investigating. All the same case. I didn't think about that the first time I was playing this, but like, everyone's got fingers in this goddamn pie. A little run through of the mock trial cleared up quite a few things. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Okay, all arrows are ruse. Fires dropped from the 3rd floor art room. Archie Club's room has a good view of the quad. They have all the arrow and the sweatsuits. Wait. Things to prepare. Sweatsuit. That's right. I remember that. Victim's outfit will be a red one from the prosecutor course. Interesting. But it's green. And then who was it that commented on that? Was it the prosecution or the defense? It was the defense, right? Or was the prosecution who said that? I'm pretty sure the prosecution was like, oh, a red one. Although it's the green one, but we're supposed to use the red one. Interesting. That's gonna come up at some point again. Action, baby. The prosecution's already got a witness sized up too. That was quick. You're sure in a helpful mood today, Prosecutor Gavin. Well, like I said, I just want to catch whoever killed Professor Court. And there's no reason for me to start butting heads with you two. So we're kind of working together? Anyway, I won't say goodbye, as I'm sure I'll be seeing you later. But it's technically goodbye for now, but alright. I always thought prosecutors were all a rather scary bunch. The Prosecutor Gavin seems pretty nice. Yeah, he's not so bad as prosecutors go. We should get back to investigating too. We don't have nearly enough information yet. We also have to tell Mr. Wright about that we accepted Junie's case. Right, looks like we have our work cut out for this. Oh nice, your attorney's badge. That's the first thing you want to present when you meet someone new. I heard that's what all the lawyers do. You heard that? From whom? Who else? Mr. Wright. Just remember, your badge comes first. See, Athena? Check it out. This is my attorney's badge. You did a reversal on me. Okay. That's funny. A torrid love triangle? June Pursuer is popular with the guys. Of course she is. She's pretty, plus she has such a sweet and caring personality. I know what you're thinking. Why can't Athena be more like that, right? No. The thought never crossed my mind. Oh, yeah, we did that already. Oh no, I put that to Gavin, that's right. The mock trial was quite the heated battle. Mr. Wright didn't even hear me when I said I wanted to see it. That was so unfair. We should have done rock, paper, scissors to decide who got to watch. I know I would have totally beaten you. How could you know that? The game's totally random. No, I can tell you favor scissors. I mean the proof sticking right out of your head. Huh? What are you talking about? Like I said, it's right there on your head. I like this rendition of his theme. I'm gonna say it. The Apollo themes is like, I won't say it's better than the Wright themes, but it's the more jazzy, which I like. The most prominent feature of this case is how closely it resembles the script. That makes it a tough one because we have to have a firm understanding of them both. No sweat, we can reenact the mock trial as many times as we want by reading the script. I check it out in the court record and commit it to memory later. Good, I bet the script and the mock trial are going to be the centerpiece of the real trial. Make sure you know them inside and out. Yes, sir, Mr. Justice. Mr. Justice, careful, I could get used to that. Wish I could sing, but I cannot. Apollo, any advice on how to investigate this case? Oh, stop by interviewing people about the basic facts. Interview people, got it. Hey, you there. What can you tell me about the... Whoa, hold on, Athena. The trial's tomorrow, so try to limit it to people with some relation to the case. Okay, got it. Limit the interview pool. Right. You might also want to take it down a notch, otherwise you'll be dead by tomorrow. What time to move? Let's go back to the anything agency first and see if we run into Wright there. Athena, don't you think the anything agency has about run its course? What do you mean? Isn't it obvious? It's time for the Wright Anything Academy. And you, Athena, I want you to be the head of our psychology department. Oh, what other departments will we have? Well, I'll be the head of the magic department, and we'll have Cords of Steel department and a bluffing department. Yeah, who will be head of the toilet cleaning department? first time we see Trucy in this game? No, we don't, because she was in the, her friend is the one who was, in the previous, Jinxie was in the previous, case. So let's go to the hallway then. I guess that makes sense that Wright will probably still be on campus. Ah, Mr. Wright. Yeah, there we go. I heard they arrested your friend, Juniper. Yeah, Detective Fulbright just took her in. I refuse to believe that one of our students is capable of murder. We must prove her innocence by any means necessary. The end justifies the means. What do you mean, the end justifies the means? I, Professor Means, always say what I mean, and I mean what I say by all means. Here at our esteemed academy, we train our students to produce meaningful results. You believe in Juniper's innocence, do you not? Of course I do. Junie wouldn't even hurt a fly. Precisely. We have justice on our side. The only other thing we need are results. It is the height of folly to endanger your client by failing to pursue all means possible. Sure, I want to prove her innocence, but maybe this is what the dark age of the law is? Is this ends justify the means like shit? Well, you are still young and idealistic. It's no wonder you fail to see the wisdom therein. There is but one thing to do now. I must personally take up Juniper's defense. You're gonna take her case, Professor Means? I may be a professor, but I am still licensed to practice law. In fact, I have even battled Professor Court in, well, court. No kidding, so you guys were rivals or something? No, nothing of the sort. She was an esteemed colleague at the academy and in court. You see, both Professor Court and I graduated from this academy at the top of our class. Now, if you would excuse me, I had best go discuss the case with Juniper. Wait, Professor Means, please wait. I didn't want to say anything, but Apollo and I already agreed to take her case. It's true. Juniper is counting on us to prove her innocence. Really now? You two? And what were you planning on telling me? Sorry about that, boss. I know we should have asked first, but... relax. Your friend was just hauled away in front of your eyes. Sometimes you just have to make a snap decision. I think you made the right one. How wonderful. Very well, Athena Sykes. Let me ask you just one thing. As a lawyer, what is it you treasure beyond all else? That's an easy one, Professor. Seeking justice for my clients. What a wonderful answer. Juniper must be overjoyed to have a friend such as you. As a professor, I too shall do whatever I may to help her. If you decide to take the end justifies the means strategy, come see me at once. This is the type of person that Clavier Gavin did not like. This is the type of person that would have been, would have taught Christoph Gavin the ways of how to do things. Now, if you would excuse me, this is the type of guy that probably would get along with Von Karma. But times are wasting. You better start investigating it fast. But first, how about I tell you everything I know so far? Yes, please. Please. Please, sir. Please, Mr. Wright, sir. Oh, I did this already, I think. Shiny your attorney's badge brings back memories. I've heard that countless people live in dread of your pointer finger. Were you really that scary back then, Mr. Wright? Strike one. I've always been just as you see me here. A harmless sheep in wolf's clothing. Strike two. Do you have an old picture of yourself? Wait, never mind. I'm not sure I want to see it. Strike three. You're out. So school days, right? Were you involved in any extracurricular activities like school papers or mock trials? No, that wasn't my thing. I was an art major. An art major? And how did you become a famous attorney? It's kind of a complicated, and when I say kind of, I mean really, really complicated. Oh. You see, my girlfriend tried to kill me. My best friend, or one of my close friends at elementary school, switched to being a defense attorney to a prosecutor. And when I got, let off, when I was determined not to end up being the guilty party in not only trying to kill someone, but also being killed myself, I decided to follow the footsteps of the person who defended me, and also get answers as to why my friend switched from being defense attorney to prosecutor. Ah, school day is awarded. That's nice. I got achievement for that. Listen, Athena, there's a certain amount of etiquette involved presenting it. Okay, so it just means nothing. Every time I present something that like I don't like, they like give me like the generic answer to, it reminds me of like in Pokemon how Professor Oak's like, this is not the time or place to use this. Like when you try to get on a bike in like a building. Have you learned anything new about the case? Actually, I went to Prosecutor Gavin, and he told me something interesting. It seems the murder took place in the art room. There's traces of a large pool of blood there. So the police believe the body was moved from there to the stage. What, really? The police are searching the art room, but whether they'll find anything, well, what? Let's do our own crime scene investigation before it gets too crowded around here. Oh, he's doing that. He's probably talking about the fact that he doesn't. But there's really no need to talk about it right here, right now. I want you two to find out for yourselves. So were you shocked by your conversation with Professor Means? Oh, I guess so. The dark age of the law. I'm sure you've heard those words before. Sure, a number of times. Prosecutors file false charges and lawyers fight back by fabricating evidence. There's a lot of that going around these days. But the question is, how is it related to the case at hand? Training students to produce results. That is the school's policy. Well, that in itself isn't a bad thing. Right. As long as those results come by fair and honest means. But what is that Professor Means said? The end justifies the means? To survive the dark age of the law, you must use any means necessary. Fabrication of evidence and false charges are unavoidable in the quest for results. That's what they're preaching here at Themis Legal Academy. But what'll happen to our legal system if results are all that matter anymore? Relax, it's just a rumor. I'd take it with a grain of salt if I were you. Oh, right, I know you're downplaying it for us. Yep, there we go. What if maybe he was worried someone might actually tamper with the evidence? Because Wright's a smart fucking cookie. I think that about wraps up what I know so far. The fact that this case closely resembles Miss Wood's script is obviously important. Knowing that, you should probably try and identify what's the same and what's different. Okay, I'll try talking to as many people as I can on campus. Alright, so let's go. There's a maintenance area. Let's go here first, and then we'll double back to the scene of the... Well, we won't call it the scene of the crime. We call it the scene of the witness. The crimes, the corpse discovery scene? I don't know, what do you call that? The dead body? It's not the crime scene. It's not really the crime scene if the art room, quote unquote, is the crime scene. So this is the maintenance area. Let's see. During the mock trial, Prosecutor Gavin said that the art room is right above here on the 3rd floor. That the body was dropped from there onto a high jump mat from the storehouse. Right, and then he claimed that the body was transported to the stage in a ball cart. And then, there's someone else here. Hey, it's Robin. You scared the crud out of me. Yikes, right back at you. So what are you doing out here? I'm working out so I can become strong enough to save Juniper. But I'm so worked up. My training brace is almost breaking at the seams. Alright, the girl you like got arrested, so you're psyching yourself up to rescue her? Yes, because I'm the manliest of manly men. That's why I work out with my manly brace. I don't mean to be rude, but can't you talk without shouting? Sorry, I'll try not to shout so much. If at all possible, that is. So, do you mind if I ask you some questions as Junie's lawyer? No problem, ask away. Keep them coming, man. Check out your badge. What do you think? Nice and shiny, huh? Yeah, it's awesome. If the plating ever needs a peel or gets all bent up, let me fix it up for you. Really? Thanks. No problemo. I'll have some primo clay and glaze at the ready just in case. Ah, that paper. So Robin, is this article true? The author of the article has been gunning for the three of us for some reason. It's been nothing but trashy articles like this as long as I can remember. Maybe the author just wants your attention? No way, man. The venom in those articles is way beyond that. Oh, did he make that? Oh, okay, this is random events. Oh, deja vu, man. It's like I can almost taste my near victory again. But no, the final showdown was canceled because of that murder. This topic sure seems to strike a new nerve. Hope it doesn't come between you guys. You're kidding, our friendship, it's like a diamond, only tougher. It's like a powder keg before a spark. It's like the calm before the storm. Okay, I think I've got as much as we can out. Alright. So tell us about yourself. Robin, could you tell me a little more about yourself? You want to know about me? I'm a second-rate member of the Fine Arts Club. The Fine Arts Club? It looks like a book and... Okay. Wait, so I'm guessing they made it? Okay. Did you create those stage statues by any chance? You bet I did. Both of them. Put my blood, sweat, and tears into those things, man. It must have been terrible seeing them all smashed up like that. Nah, I couldn't face Professor Court if I let something like that get me down. What do you mean? Professor Court was the Fine Arts Club advisor. She was all about truth and beauty, man. She always said the only good result is the truth. That and only lawyers who seek the truth through legitimate means produce worthwhile results. Yes, I'm totally on your guys' side. She must have been an incredible woman. Eesh, you call me loud when I practice my chords of steel. Oh man, why'd I have to take the prosecutor course? I mean, how am I supposed to save Juniper if I'm studying to be a prosecutor? Don't worry, I'll clear Junior's name, you'll see. The three of us had a dream. We swore we'd make it happen together. Prosecutor, lawyer, judge, the three of us would hold fair and honest trials. The dark age of the law? We were gonna put a nail in its coffin, man. Wow, you guys swore to do that? But no! That stupid school rule had to ruin it. School rule? Which one? Anyone with a prior conviction, no matter how minor the offense, they won't be allowed to graduate from the stupid, holier-than-thou school. A tough legal academy with even tougher rules. Okay. I did the planner, I did that, I did this, I did this, I did this, I did this. So let's go to the outdoor stage. I think I was done talking to them. Okay. Thought the area was cordoned off. Hey, the police are discussing something over there. Oh, I know. I'll just quietly sneak over for a listen. Here goes. Athena, watch where you're... Huh? Who put this stupid box here? Wait. Apollo, this box. There's... What now? There's someone or something inside. Don't let it be a snake. What, it had to be snakes? You morons just blew my cover. What the? There really is someone inside. What in the? Looking like a, what's his name from Guilty Gear? Is it Faust? Who's the one who has the paper bag on their head? I think it's Faust. That someone is me, Miriam Scuttlebutt. And I'm a senior in the judge course. What's with the box? Yeah, it's the fate of we who live in the shadows. There's a very good reason why none may see my face by the light of day. Wait, if you're taking the judge course, did you write a mock trial script too? You really want to see my script that bad? Well, you better watch out. Read it without my permission and you'll wish you had it. I love this newspaper. The paper quality, the printing method, the smell of the ink. Could it be more perfect? Is it really that amazing? Man, you just don't get it, do you? The toilet paper, hamster cage lining, window wiper. My paper is awesomely versatile. My script was way more popular than Juniper's. Really? Wow. Well, was that the majority opinion? Yep, my behind-the-scenes maneuvers, threats, and deceptions work like a charm. Miriam, this may come to a surprise to you, but that's called cheating. Says you. I didn't break the law. Besides, the ends justify the means. That's what they teach us here. Apparently, some people are already thriving in the dark age of the law. So you're studying to be a judge too? You must be a classmate with Juniper. Are you friends of hers? Juniper? Sure, she's my friend. That's why I'm gathering info. Now, tell me all you know. You know, for tomorrow's trial. Tomorrow's trial? What are you talking about? I'm going to take the stand, naturally. So, the witness for the prosecution is some weirdo in a cardboard box? This disguise is how I get my scoops. But you're right, it's me, so tell me everything you know for Juniper's sake. Wait a second, Miriam. Repeat what you just said. A lawyer with brains as bad as her ears. Poor Juniper. I'm talking about the stand tomorrow. Tell me everything you know for Juniper's sake. Clear enough for you this time? I thought so. I think that my bracelet's reacting. Really? That means... I'm assuming it's not the box, so I'm gonna try the hand first. Oh, okay, that's easy.
Gotcha!
I figured they wouldn't be so evil to make it the box to perceive, so it had to be something that you could see like the body part from. That's strange when you suddenly tightened the grip when you said for Juniper's sake. It's like you subconsciously tense up because you're lying. What are you talking about? When did I ever lie? Okay, then let me ask you this. Why were you selected as a witness? That's an easy one. I'm the editor-in-chief of the Themis Herald. I know everything there is to know around campus, even the darkest of secrets. Editor-in-chief, huh? Pretty impressive. Yeah, well, it's a lonely one-woman operation. I do it all myself, from reporting to editing to publishing. Still impressed? I'm a perfect storm of journalism because I bring it all to the table. How was that laugh? It's that's supposed to be like a laugh, like is that what it is? Oh, I guess so. That kind of be like a you know what she's talking like? She's talking like that dog from Wacky Races. The evil guy with a little dog. The dog makes every time. Snively, I think. I would say Snively or something. Yeah, and this is the evidence here. Yeah, okay. An extradition of them was aired, published to coincide with the mock trial. Thanks, Miriam. You've revealed who you truly are. But first off, before we go any further in this, someone who's never had Junie's best interests in mind. What? Are you questioning our friendship? Look, you may want answers, but no can do because what you're saying conflicts with this piece of evidence.
Take that!
That's a Themis Herald, the paper I published. What about it? Are you really that dense? This article is full of malicious lies about Junie. It's definitely not something a true friend of hers would write. You got it all wrong. Another staff member wrote that one. I don't think so, Miriam. You even said it yourself just a moment ago that you're a one-woman operation. Or did you forget that already? If you're just giving me the info you have, stupid pawn, Juniper's just using you. Doo-doo. Okay. Now, I want the truth, Miriam. You hid in your box in order to collect gossip for your sleazy paper, isn't that right? You're not really friends with Juniper, are you? No, duh. She's the target of my scoops and my readers demand dirt. Extra, extra, the dirty little secret of the squeaky clean student council president. Dirty little secret? Alright, what do you plan to say in court, huh? I'm a witness to her and part of a crime. I'm gonna tell it all in a shocking expose. The end justifies the means. That's my brand of tell-all journalism. Huh. In this dark age of the law, many of us embrace Professor Means' methods, even future judges. I've even adopted an end justify the means brand of journalism, which includes tape recorders secretly hidden all over our campus, secret recording every last word without anyone being any the wiser. How are you not dead yet? Have you not been, like, assassinated yet? Are you pulling a Watergate on a whole entire school full of lawyers? We have dark secrets and you're still walking free? What the fuck? That's the most unrealistic part of this game. And one of them was at the scene of the crime, the art room. You put a tape recorder in the art room? What did it record? You want to know? Do you really want to know? Yes, please. That's so nice of you to... Like I really tell you now. The big scoop comes out in court tomorrow. You're so mean, Miriam. According to my evidence, a fatal fissure has opened between the three of them. Who? Junie, Hugh, and Robin? And what do you mean by fatal fissure? Juniper, Hugh, and Robin used to be the best of friends. Used to be. They still seem to get along fine to me. You don't know anything. Professor Means has his followers, and Professor Court had hers. The influence is inescapable. Are you implying that one of them adheres to the extreme idea you and Professor Means have? How could you possibly understand? You're new around here. So there's also a class turf war going on in this case? God damn. William, wouldn't you feel better if you came out of the dark and into the light? I can see fine in here. You'll be the one seeing the light in court tomorrow. Then you realize how guilty Juniper Woods really is. We're gonna have to cross-examine her tomorrow. I don't know where to start. Well, let's at least take care of whatever we can today. You're right. Let's see what else we can find out. Look, there's Hugh. Hey, Hugh. Oh, it's you two. Do you want something? Did you find anything? You said you were going to do some investigating of your own. Nope, nothing yet. I'm afraid it's not looking very good for Juniper. You don't really think Juniper could have done something like this, do you? Only the author and the victim knew the contents of the script. Both the stage and the art room were in the exact same state as described therein. Nobody could mimic the crime like that unless they'd already read the script or wrote it. But look, Professor Means is better able to handle this than you two, so just leave it to him. Oh, so you do care about Juniper. Is it just me, or is this your name here? Heh, that's my name, but how should I know what it's doing there? But being that the whole campus looks up to me, I'm not surprised I find my name mentioned here and there. Heh, your attorney's badge looks brand new. That just shows how inexperienced and useless you are. When you get your badge, it will be new and shiny too. You mouth breathers, what the fuck? You mouth breathers just don't get it, do you? They did the you don't get it, do you? Bad trope that you see in film and TV. My badge will be a symbol of my genius. From the moment I get it, it'll be chipped, bent, and worn as if it's been through 1,000 courtroom battles. Should we declare that you confessed to Junior if you won the mock trial? Yeah, well, that's just the genius that is me. My thoughts and actions are on a whole other level than you mouth breathers. This is your way of mocking my defeat. Like showing people shame in their faces. That's your modus operandi. No, that wasn't my intention. Besides, you were never actually defeated. Oh, I suppose you're right. Or is this just a trick intended to provoke me? That wasn't my intention either. Then what was your intention? I know, you're trying to toy with my emotions. Okay, do this one already. Why is it the same response for two different newspaper articles? Okay, I don't think the arrow is important yet. Hey, would you mind telling me a little bit about yourself? Whatever. I'm 6'1", and under this uniform I'm 100% lean muscle. My grades are outstanding and I'm the ace of the archery club. Needless to say, I never miss my mark. Oh, and I'm incredibly humble too. Bullshit. Bullshit. Yeah, how can you? Whoa! If I said shit like that, like, I have 100 girlfriends, and I work out, and I'm fucking got a 20-pack, and I'm also super goddamn smart. Yeah, I'm also goddamn humble. Can't you tell? You'd be like, what the fuck you talking about? Those around me call me a genius, but I pay them no mind. When it comes to tests, I always get 100%, so I suppose it's only natural for them to say I'm a genius. But as I said before, I pay them no mind. But what about the mock trial? It sounded like you were about to lose to Robin. There's a very good reason for that. You see, right before the mock trial started, I saw the body. You saw the body? Right, and I was so distraught that I basically handed Robin a victory. Hugh, would you mind telling us a little more about that? Right before the mock trial, the campus was empty. Everyone was here in the lecture hall. Oh, this is the announcement that we heard at the beginning of the case. Okay. The only exceptions were the mock trial participants. Jennifer, Robin, and I were in our personal dressing rooms next door. Wow, your own personal dressing rooms? That's totally VIP treatment. Actually, they're for student-teacher meetings. They don't even have windows. Okay. The other two waited patiently in their rooms, but that's not my style. So I said to head over to the archery range on the other side of the quad. I did some meditation while I waited. That's the best way to relax. Then just before the mock trial was to start, I headed back toward the main building. As I walked across the quad, I passed in front of the stage. So that's when you saw the body? Right, it was quite a shock. As much as I hate to admit it, my legs were shaking. I could have easily beaten Robin if it hadn't been for that. Sounds like you got some Johns there, Sonny. Wait, hold it right there. You went through the mock trial even though you had just discovered a body? Why didn't you tell anyone? I mean, we're talking about someone getting killed here. I think I know why. Was it because of this? Yeah, where did you get that? So this article in the Themis Herald is true. The winner of the mock trial would get to make his confession to Junie. Right, but if I reported the body I'd found, the whole thing would be called off. Thanks for sharing that important piece of information with us. It may prove useful in tomorrow's trial. Good, because that's all I have to say about the matter. Thanks, and don't worry, we'll prove Juniper's innocence, you'll see. Heh, I can't say you two inspire much confidence. Okay, Athena, what next? Well, I think we've talked to everyone who is somehow linked to the case. Should we go to the crime scene? It was about time we wrapped up our investigation. Oh wait, we haven't met with Junie yet. Yeah, you're right. Let's head over to the detention center. So many locations in this case. Well, so many locations in the previous case, but I guess we have more locations available to us quicker in this case. You know, it looks so sad. Athena, thank you so much for coming. Oh wait, I did present it to her before. I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't go around showing that to everyone. How come? I mean, it's so well made. Aren't you going to wear it when you sing? Yes, unfortunately I've been chosen to sing, but I don't think I'm up to the task. It reminds me of the old Junie when you talk like that. Makes me want to protect you. I can't let you do that. After all, I'm student council president. It's my job to look after our entire student body. So what if you took the can-do spirit and applied it to your singing? Well, we're talking about me singing in front of a huge crowd. Got that stage jitters? Just imagine them in their underwear. I wish the mock trial had ended better than it did. Yeah, but to have 3 good friends all play leading roles, it's pretty amazing if you think about it. That's true, and it's thanks to the strength of our friendship. There's nothing we can't do if we help and support each other. I don't know, is that really the issue here? Yes, that's what it's all about. The friendship between the three of us is absolute. Athena, it's obvious they're friends, so let's leave it at that. Yes, I know that, but... Also, why is Apollo not reacting to her definitely telling some... a lie, but... Okay. I presented everything I think is important. Junie, the crime's unfolding exactly like your script. Any idea what's going on here? We wanted to make it fair, so the script was kept secret until the day of the mock trial. And only people who knew the details were Professor Court and I. However, yes, what is it, Junie? Well, there was this one article in the school paper. You mean this one? It's more like a tabloid piece than a newspaper article, if you ask me. I've been worried that the trial would wreck the friendship between Robin, Hugh, and me. And no, I shouldn't have, but I revised the script to favor the prosecution. But Professor Court noticed it immediately and changed it back. Oh, that makes sense. Because she makes it so Robin wins. Yeah, then Hugh can't confess, and then they're still in a fucking cold war of a relationship in terms of their, well, love triangle. Sorry, I guess my personal problems probably won't be of any help in court, huh? You never know. Help often comes from the most unexpected places. Thanks, Juniper. Isn't that the truth in this franchise? I was wondering about that all you had when you were arrested. It was the murder weapon from the mock trial. Professor Court and I were prepping it in the art room until the day before the trial. I didn't even realize I still had it on me until I was arrested. Then we have nothing to worry about. There shouldn't be any way to link it to the crime. Still, that blood-red color on the awl bothers me. Wasn't it just paint or something? I mean, I was looking at it from pretty far away, but it probably was just paint. But that's what bothers me. It wasn't on the awl when we were prepping for it yesterday. It wasn't? And how and when did it get there? Well, before the mock trial began, I showed Theta and Mr. Wright to the waiting room. Then I went back to my dressing room to get the trial props we were going to use. That's when I found the art room key and the awl with what looked like blood on it. A key and an awl? Professor Court normally has the art room key since she's the Fine Arts Club's advisor. And since the key was there in the dressing room, I thought she was the one who had painted the art to look like it had blood on it. After all, she always insisted that the props be as realistic, so should be realistic. The awl suddenly shows up the day of the blood trial with what looks like blood on it. I have a really bad feeling about this. Me too, but let's not jump the gun on this. There's no doubt that Blackwell tomorrow is going to present the awl and be like, that's actually her blood. Because if it's, I mean, we could always test for blood, and we're going to do that, but there's no way if that Blackwell did not test for blood and find out that that is actually like the murder weapon or something. You and Professor Court were busy preparing for the mock trial together yesterday, right? Was that the last time you saw her? Yes, I left school at around 6 p.m. Did you notice anything different about her? No, I didn't notice anything out of the ordinary. She looked and acted the same as always. I would have never guessed she'd end up like this. Looks like we're out of time. Thank you for coming to see me. We'll do everything we can to prove you innocent tomorrow. I know, and I believe in you, Athena. Well, I should go now. Bye. Bye bye. Is she gonna be alright? She's like a shadow of the girl we met back at the academy. And that in itself is what's it called? That in itself is a shadow of the girl that Athena knew back in the day. So who knows? The Junie I knew was always like that, a little weak and sickly. But the fact that she's lifted her facade shows that she trusts us. Even still. What is it? Well, when Junie and her two friends were talking about their friendship, I could sense some discord in their hearts. Seriously? Yeah, but it was really faint. It might have been mistaken. Don't worry, everything will be fine. You and Juniper are friends, right? You know that friend I mentioned to you earlier? But get this. Whenever something's troubling one of us, the other can just feel it. That's real friendship. I suppose you're right. Might as well forget about that and concentrate on the trial. Yep, tomorrow's the big day. Let's sort out what we know so far. Okay. Liverton Professor Constance Court was murdered in the art room on the 3rd floor. Then her body was moved to the outdoor stage in the quad. Also, the location where we found the body was just the mock trial the script described. I wish those were the only similarities they shared. What do you mean? What I mean is that the script in this case are exactly the same in almost every respect. It follows that the actual trial may very well unfold like that the mock trial did. Oh no! The one thing that we have to notice now, before I go, this is to be continued, I'm assuming, is that we notice now, one thing that caught to me is that she changed the script very recently to make it be more like the prosecution, and then the defendant changed it again, like the teacher changed it again to be more equal, right? More fair. So wait, but if she changed it to be more fair, how does the prosecution have like a landslide victory in the mock trial? Which script were they using? Were they using her script or an older script? Well, to be continued. Call that shit. Once again, to be fair though, I have actually played this before. Alright, I'm gonna take a small break because I'm pretty fucking sure there's food here. I need to go get it. And this is the perfect time to do so. Okay, we're back. That's a small little break. I got my food. The second round of food, I guess. I had some food before I started stream. But I'm also gonna have some more now here too. Well, luckily it's gonna be easy to eat. Let's go right there on the side. Get everywhere. Not too much soy sauce. Perfect. Okay. Fun. Did I save? I'm pretty sure I did. It's got auto save anyway, so I'm not really worried about that. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. So, what's it like to have your very own case for the first time? My heart hasn't reached this fast. My heart hasn't raced this fast since I ran that 4 marathon last year. If it keeps up, you might get a lawyer's high. You know, like a runner's high. Relax, everyone's nervous their first time. You definitely were. So my fears weren't unfounded. After all, today's prosecutor is so terribly brutal. I don't know about that. I'm willing to use any means necessary to win a conviction. Blackwell may do some unhandy stuff, but like, he is not. He'll still give up when he needs to. Now let's come to this. We have no choice but to fight fire with fire. The end justifies the means. They say that a lot, aren't they? That's your method, Professor. I'm gonna defend Juniper my own way. I'm gonna do my own. It's like from Across the Spider-Verse. But Miss Sykes, just yesterday you told me stuff to talk about while I am eating. But this trial proceeds in the same manner and ends in the same way as the mock trial. Would you not lose everything you've worked so hard to gain? Or is it to make sure that doesn't happen then, won't I? My, but aren't you a stubborn one? Well, I suppose you will learn of your own inefficacy? Inefficacy? Because inefficacy the hard way. Forgive me, Professor Means, but can we just leave it at that? Oh dear, please forgive me. It's just, I wish to protect Juniper by all means I can. Now, if you would excuse me. Next time I'm feeling even more pressure than before. Don't let it get to you, Athena. And don't forget to keep smiling. I'll be fine. I haven't forgotten what Mr. Wright said. The worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. Which is exactly why Apollo smiled so big right there. It was a huge smile. So huge, so big. The trial's about to begin. I'll show you to the courtroom if you please. Apollo, I'm counting on you to support Athena this time. I put too much soy sauce on that last sushi, goddamn. You should have done that. There's like the right sidebar. There's like the right amount of soy sauce to put in anything. Like if you put too much on it, it's like overbearing. If you put too little on it, it's like why even bother? You know? I don't just put like a little boop of it, you know? You gotta put like just enough so you get the taste of the soy sauce, but not so much it's overbearing. But back to the matter at hand. Okay, Mr. Wright, leave it to me. Ooh, that was over and I put down. Dun dun. Court is now in session for the trial of Juniper Woods. Athena Sykes, defense team leader, is ready, Your Honor. Didn't sound very confident. You sure you're okay? I'll be fine. Your baldness. I know. As usual, you want me to deliver the opening statement. This case is crystal clear. I see no need to explicate it any further. Now, summon the witness. Is there something the matter? Please do share your baldness. Whatever gave you that idea? Bailiff, please call our first witness. Come on, Judge, get a backbone. Let's get right to the punch. Let's go. That's what Blackwell's doing right now. Oh, right, the case brief. Leave it to me. Yes, let the detective in charge explain. Yeah, let the detective in charge, everyone's favorite, a friend of justice, explain. What was that just now? It's like he and Blackwell were totally in sync. Well, I don't think they're capable of mind melding if that's what you're thinking. Alright, Detective Wright, would you please explain the case to the court? Professor Court's body was discovered on October 24th at approximately 2:30 p.m. Okay, the most important thing to know here already is the time. Not the October 24th, that's fine. But the 2:30 p.m., that's probably going to be important. Because everyone's alibi is going to be around that time. She was murdered with this all I have here. There was just blood and the defendant's prints were both discovered on it. Well, of course the defendant's fingerprints can be found on it because she was in charge and used this as possible fake evidence. Well, not fake evidence, possible evidence for the mock trial. Well, that bird can deliver evidence too? Blackwell has trained him well. Let's see, a fucking Harry Potter owl. Cause of death, blood loss to the stab wound to the side of the body. Marks indicate wrists had been bound. No other visible damage, but stab wound was very rough. Okay. Time was between 6 and 8 p.m. on October 23rd. Hold up. Was discovered on October 24th at approximately 2:30 p.m. But she's been dead since the night before. Okay. So the date, actually the date does matter then too. Okay. Maybe Blackwell should train it not to mess up people's hair while he's at it. Moving right along. The body was discovered on the outdoor stage, although no blood was found there. However, we detected traces of a massive amount of blood on the third floor art room. In short, the murder took place in the art room. Then the body had been moved from the art room to the stage? Precisely, and there was one more piece of irrefutable evidence. The recording made by a tape recorder that the school paper reporter hid in the art room. It captured a female voice screaming, "You're a goner." What's this? You have such a recording? Okay, I think I remember where we go with that. Must be from the tape recorder Miriam mentioned. Silence, please. I'll have to play the tape for you now. That is definitely a you're a goner. That's definitely that statement. That's it? That's all you got? It's quite hard to hear. The noise and low level of the voice have made voice print analysis all but impossible. Then you haven't identified the voice as belonging to the defendant. Not so fast. After all, voice print analysis isn't everything. The victim was killed that night, then discovered in the afternoon the next day. The question is, when was the body moved? Oh, I know. It could have been moved in the middle of the night when no one was around. Sorry, but no. The campus is full of students this morning. However, no one reported seeing a body. That means the body was moved sometime before the mock trial when all the students and faculty were gathered in the lecture hall and the rest of the campus was empty. It was during this time Hugh O'Connor, one of the mock trial participants, found the body. Okay. Wait 1 moment. If all of the students and faculty were gathered in the lecture hall, then there wouldn't have been anyone who could have moved the body. Have no fear, for there's always an exception. An exception? The 3 mock trial participants were standing by in individual dressing rooms. They were the only ones who had free access to the deserted campus before the mock trial. What? Then that would mean... What would that mean? That means you only have 3 people who possibly could have done it. Those 3 students were the only ones who could have moved the body, in Justice We Trust. I don't like where this is headed, Athena. Me neither. I mean, I guess after this, he's gonna be like, only one of them knows how the details of how the case was, the mock trial case is supposed to be. And oh shit! Woo. Thank you for the raid, Helion. Welcome on the stream. My name is. Before I talk about myself, let's talk about you. What were you playing today? Oh, Lethal Company. Oh man, I haven't played Lethal Company in like ages. I need to go back to doing that at some point. I hope you had a good stream. If you need to get some rest, get some food, drink, or what have you. I'm actually, I don't know what else you can get that food, drink, or rest. That's the most important things for humanity, right? Then please go do so. I am Windings, robot detective VTuber who plays mysteries, puzzles, action games, you name it. A lot of things. And today we're playing through Ace Attorney Dual Destinies. We started with Ultimate Chicken Horse and after 3.5 hours went to Lethal. Holy shit! That's a whole lot of stuff. 3.5 hours of Ultimate Chicken Horse and then with Lethal Company after that? Damn. I hope you're excited too. Speaking of Ultimate Chicken Horse, I know there's coming out with the sequel to that. What's it called? There's coming out with, what's it called? It's like Ultimate Raccoon Dog or something. I forgot the name of it, but they're coming out with a sequel, and it's like different too. Where it's like instead of being this platform, it's going to be like the one with the bikes. But I know me and not only are my friends online excited for that, but there's what's it called? But my IRL friends are excited for that because it's one of the few games that we actually like get together and play sometimes. What was it called? Ultimate Raccoon? Ultimate Sheep Raccoon? Yeah, it's called Ultimate Sheep Raccoon. And it's a new game coming out by the same people who made Ultimate Chicken Horse. It looks fun. Come out some point this year. But yeah, once again, if you need to get anything you need, thank you for coming in and thank you for the raid also. And by those 3, I mean Hugh O'Connor, Robin Newman, and Juniper Woods. Oh, I guess I probably should explain something, sorry, by the way, about this case. We will come in to get quick caught up. We have a protagonist here. We'll say these 2, and then our main protagonist who you can't see on here, Athena Sykes for this case. Our defendant, aka the person that we're defending to make sure that they weren't charged with murder, is this girl who is in charge, who is being suspected of killing this professor at a lawyer school, and it's her and her 3 friends, and she's in the judge school. He's in the defense attorney school, and they're in the prosecutor school. And this guy is like one of the people who runs the academy as part of the lawyer course. However, he seems a little bit sketchy because he and a lot of people in the school are practicing this idea that the ends justify the means when it comes to the lawyer process and the justice process. So think about like forging evidence and doing fabrications and false charges and stuff. He's kind of in support for this type of bullshit. He's just like, so, it's kind of a sketchy situation to go with. And then we also have an additional effect of the fact that they had a mock trial the day of not the day of the murder, but the day the body was discovered. They had a mock trial. And the mock trial was written by our defendant that we are our client. And in that mock trial, all the details of the victim in the mock trial was shared with how the actual victim's details were. So found in a jumpsuit with an arrow through them in the torso. I don't know if we have a picture of that yet. Do we have a picture of that at the crime scene yet? I don't think we do. And found in the quad is the exact same details, which is why she's being suspended right now. What you're about to say. In justice we trust, I take it everyone understands now. The voice believed to be that of the murderer was female, and out of the 3 people who could have moved the body, just 1 is a girl. Yeah. That leaves the defendant, Juniper Woods, as the only possibility. Impressive, he has you on the ropes. Sounds like a setup, exactly. It does sound like a setup. 3 people who also, their relationship's kind of weird because it's supposed to be a love triangle between the 3 of them. From what I remember of this case, it's a lot more complicated than that. And how it is. And what was it? Yeah, there's definitely something. The only thing that they have, which is an important thing to notice, and I'll say this at least from what I remember of this case, I'm not gonna say too much for people, especially if I put a VOD up for this, so people who don't know, they can discover it for themselves. But one thing I will point out is the fact that the most important thing is that our client, even if she is guilty at this moment, would only be guilty of having a murder weapon and also possibly moving a body. But that doesn't necessarily move that she was the one who did it. And that goes for all of the all the people in this case. They can't necessarily prove that someone, killed the victim, but they can prove that maybe that they can move the body. Because if the body was found, what was it? The body was found dead. The body was estimated time of death between 6 and 8 p.m. Right, and in addition to that, it was October 23rd, and it was discovered the body on October 24th at 2:30 p.m. The body was moved after school started because the school students didn't see the body. Can I even go back to the history where I talk about that? Couldn't remove that body. However, no one reported seeing a body. That means the body was moved sometime before the mock trial when all the students and faculty were gathered in the lecture hall and the rest of the campus was empty. So we have 3 people who don't have an alibi during that time, which is our 3 quote-unquote persons of interest, including our defendant. However, once again, they're the only ones who could move the body. Doesn't mean they're the people who killed the person. A splendid job, Fulbright. That could not be any clearer. Feel free to anticipate a salary raise next month. Yay! Just like me. I don't do this for the money. It's all about justice. In justice we trust. Not only a half-wit, but a perennial stick in the mud you are. Now, bailiff? Bring on our next witness to the stand. No, this is not Solid Snake. So, our first witness is a cardboard box. Dun 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 dun. Stealth mode deactivated. Oh my, the box has hands. Smile, Your Honor. Ah, my eyes. What the dickens? Let's have my picture taken. Miriam Scuttlebutt, senior at the Legal Academy. I'm a reporter on the judge course. Juniper's been a bad girl. I'll tell you all about her crime. Oh, and she's also the one who wrote a this newspaper, or we'll call it tabloid, about where they called our defendant a quote-unquote she-devil. Yeah, I think she might be a little bit biased. I'll tell you all about her crime. But I asked whether you could come out of that box. How'll I get any more scoops if I blow my cover? So the answer is no. After all, covert action is an undercover reporter's bread and butter. But testimony from a faceless witness is highly irregular. A former ninja I met in the clink said that exposing those who work in the shadows is to pass the death sentence upon them. Oh my, I never thought of it that way. Very well, if it would spare a life, I'll make a special exception this time. I mean, we have interrogated a fucking walkie-talkie in the previous games. I think we can interrogate someone who's here but in a cardboard box. Now, your testimony, please. Oh, but take care not to reveal your face. We're gonna reveal their face at some point, I'm guessing. Take a drink a little bit. The murder happened exactly like Juniper's mock trial script. Up until the mock trial began, only Professor Court and Juniper knew the script's content. Professor Court's sudden decision not to use the script sparked Juniper's murderous rage. Why? That's dumb as shit. Juniper has to be the killer. She has a motive and the murder is just like in the script. The murder is just like her script? Could such a thing be true? Compare her script with the murder case and crime scene photos, then you'll see. This is so simple, even an ape posing as a decrepit old judge could understand. Only the victim and the defendant were privy to the script, ergo the defendant is the killer. Furthermore, in the art room where the crime supposedly occurred, the witness's script, along with an envelope on which "use" was written, were found. This proves that the accused script had been rejected the day before the mock trial. She pressed the victim to use the script, an argument ensued, and then the fatal stabbing. That's the dumbest reason to kill somebody. Prosecutor Blackwell has all his ducks lined up in a row. He's really on a roll now. It's like a pit bull once it sinks its teeth into you. How dare she? My script had it all. A bum map and a phony evidence, grudges and betrayals. I trust the defense is ready to cross-examine the witness. No problem. I mean, yes, I'm ready. I think. Alright, Athena, this is your first time being the person in charge. Let's not fuck this up. Okay. Murder happened exactly like Juniper's mock trial script. Okay. Up until the mock trial began when Professor Court and Juniper's script's contents. Okay. Professor Court's sudden decision not to use the script sparked Juniper's murderous rage.
Hold it!
Okay, how do you know that information? How do you know that Professor Court wasn't going to use the script? There in the art room where the heinous crime took place, an envelope marked "Use" and Miriam Scudderbutt's script were found. Evidently, the script that was going to be used belonged to the girl in the box over there. Bullshit. Juniper told us that there may have been a little bit of a thing of the fact of the script change, but it was more the fact that Juniper Woods was going to make it to the prosecution and was going to have a favorable chance of winning, so that the defense couldn't win and then confess to her, and then making their friendship just break apart. You know, their friendship triangle break apart. It wasn't the fact that another script was going to be used altogether. I chose all sorts of brand new concepts, including bribery and fake evidence. This cutting-edge script portraying the courtroom battle in the dark age of the law. But Juniper, she used some devious, underhanded tactics to get her script chosen. That's why her script, and not my masterpiece, was used in the mock trial. How's that for an explanation? It's too subjective.
Hold it!
Anyone who saw the mock trial could have equated the crime. After they saw the mock trial, they could have easily staged and embodied this like the script.
Objection!
That's dumb as shit, Athena, and you know it. Come on. Where is the trial which puts Hawk against Canary?
Objection!
What did you just say? Athena, you know that can't be true because their body was killed before anyone knew about the mock trial in the first place. So in any way, it's more like the mock trial was set to look like the murdered No, it can't be right. If he's so wary, he should bring less. I bet that'd save some energy. It's not time for jokes, Apollo. He just called me a canary. Don't let him get to you. At least canaries pick up on things quickly, just like you. I shan't repeat myself, so listen carefully, Psych Stono. You will O'Connor discover the body before the mock trial even began. Yep. How could one stage the body as it is in the script before anyone knew its contents? That's right. Even to fathom the intricacies that go into staging a crime scene? No, I think not. You have the rudimentary mind of an elementary school child. Woo! Damn! Reporter's testimony throws attorney Athena Sykes for loop. The perfect caption. How marvelous! A photo in the newspaper is just a thing to boost your brand. This is not the brand that I need. Oh, it's frustrating, Athena, but we don't have much to go on at this point. All you can do is relentlessly press the witness and hope you find a hole. Okay, got it. Yep, that's what I thought. There's no place to present evidence.
Hold it!
There must be places where the script and the case diverge. Don't sweat the details. That kind of stress will give you wrinkles. I'm not worried. My skin is as fair as skill.
Objection!
Indeed, you are quite fair. Fairly desperate. Alright, asshole. What did you just say? Aha, Blackwell really turned that one around on you. Whose side are you on? Hurry up and think of a clever comeback. Whoa, easy there, Athena. Now you listen to me. The two cases do in fact have their differences. For one, the stage hadn't been erected in the mock trial script. And in the actual case, there was signs indicating the victim's wrists had been bound. But such differences pale in comparison to the host of similarities. In any event, replicating the crime without knowledge of the script is an impossibility. I can't really make the argument that the way of that the real crime scene was just has a coincidence. Yeah, we'll press this off as a coincidence, yeah. Why turtle burn? Try again, why don't you, pawn of woods? I believe we've pressed the witness more than enough, Miss Sykes. Now do you see how clear-cut my case is? Take it now in that fair, desperate mind of yours. Enter it deep so you may never forget. Athena, you should just about have all the answers you've been looking for now. Huh? Think about it this way. If the killer knew the details of the mock trial, would they really commit the crime in the exact same way? I don't follow. Try to place yourself in the killer's shoes. I bet you'll discover an inconsistency if you do. Ah, I get it. Thanks, Apollo. Mr. Scuttlebutt, just so we're clear, you're claiming that the killer intentionally made the crime scene look just as it was in the script, which would be dumb for it to be, you know, why would Juniper Woods, the creator of said script, intentionally make a crime scene to look like a script unless she was trying to get caught? Why would she do so? That is beyond a shadow of doubt, not a coincidence. Is that correct? No, duh. After all, it's just more evidence of Juniper's evil she-devil ways. What did I say? What did I say? Our client made the crime scene look just like the script, something known only to her? That would not just be foolhardy, but completely irrational. What do you mean? Yes, Miss Sykes, please tell this court what do you mean by irrational. How do you all so fucking dumb? Why would my defendant make the crime scene look like something that she only has knowledge of? That would be easily known by anyone who sees the mock trial happen. Because it would. The murder scene was the same as it was in the mock trial script. That in and itself is irrational. What's wrong with them being the same? Yes, Miss Sykes, care to explain what you mean? Okay, let's say for argument's sake that Miss Woods is the killer. If so, then what reason would she have to intentionally make the actual murder mimic her own script? That's easy. She was admitting that she was the... Yep. That's right. If she had really done that, it would have been like proclaiming to the world that she was the killer. So what we actually have here is evidence of someone trying to frame our client. The body was found the day of the mock trial. In short, the day the details were revealed. So it would be completely inconceivable for the murder to go exactly like the script. Don't let it get to your head just
Objection.
yet. Oh, and here comes Mr. Simon Blackwell with his little, his observation. It would seem Justice Stoner's comrade at arms has finally drawn her sword. However, the blade is dull, and it shall remain so until you master its use. Enough of the stupid sword metaphors already. No, actually, keep them going. They're pretty cool. There was a perfectly good reason for the inconsistency of which you speak. Reason? What reason? Must I spell out everything? You are what people today call high maintenance. The accused had intended to stop the mock trial, and in that event, nary a soul would have been the wiser to the similarities of the case in the script. I have thought about that possibility, but at what point would she have stopped the mock trial?
Objection!
The mock trial was only stopped after the body was accidentally discovered.
Objection.
Our witness here had also discovered the body. In fact, she was led to our dearly departed professor by the accused herself. What? Miss Scuttlebutt saw the body too? Precisely. So we have two witnesses who discovered the body before the trial began and did not call the cops. And then we show up, discover the body, and call the cops. Does no one else find this a little bit weird? And with the discovery of the body, the mock trial ought to have been canceled. Wait, so you didn't call the police? Yeah, exactly. Nope, I kept it a secret from my big scoop. You can't do that, yeah. I made her pay long and hard penance for a sin. Did I not, my little box top? Compared to the work of a war correspondent, the sheer terror of that was... Geez, I wonder what the Twisted Samurai did to her. Block off all the holes in her box and spin her like a top while Detective Fulbright cackled in delight? That sounds more nauseating than scary. Enough jabbering. Witness, continue your testimony. Sure, Mr. Samurai. I'm ready to finish off that sea devil. Alright, round 2. I stuck into Juniper's dressing room while everyone was in the lecture hall. Juniper had changed into her stage costume. I asked her, "What are you doing?" When suddenly she fled into the hallway, as if she wanted me to follow her. I followed her all the way to Professor Quart's body. She led me right to it. I'm positive it was Juniper because she was wearing the costume she had made.
Hold it!
Why did he withhold such key testimony? Well, what's that supposed to mean? Athena, you haven't even started your cross-examination. I know, but her testimony points to her as being a potential suspect. I don't think Prosecutor Blackwell was... Wait, I bet he's already thought of that. The witness left the lecture hall to sneak into Miss Woods' room before the mock trial. That means she, too, could have moved the victim's body. The prosecution's claim no longer has any ground to stand on. Now, no need to ruffle your own feathers, so. When you squeak like a little brat, it agitates Taka. Do you want him to peck your eyes out? Nah, we're good. You listen here, the witness has a perfectly good alibi. Oh yeah, I do. Around the estimated time of death, I was at undercover reporter class. It's right near my home. The proverbial rug has been pulled from under you. The witness could not be the killer. The defense must look before leaping, or at least make sure the rug's secured to the floor. I tried to warn you. Well, there ends the cross-examination. Let's allow the witness to step down. Huh? No, wait a minute. The defense has no right to cross-examine the witness after that little spectacle. For whatever a man is sowing, this he will also reap. You reap what you sow. In other words, you jumped the gun a little too quickly, Athena. Very well, if the cross-examination is over, I suppose the witness may go home. I will spend some time in her lovely box to recover from today's stressful events. Don't you worry about me, Your Honor. There's no rest for the wicked. Hey, that's the title of a game that came out recently. Or journalists either. My third eye is always eyeing a scoop. She's always eyeing a scoop. Well, back to the trenches. Bye-bye.
Hold it!
Thank you, Apollo. Not so fast, Miss Scuttlebutt. Apollo? There's just one thing I'd like to ask. Did you take a picture of the victim's body? And if not, why not? Well, that is... No, I didn't take one. Bullshit! Well, that's strange. Why wouldn't you take a picture if you're always eyeing a scoop? Did you or didn't you really see the victim's body? It's not like I actually saw it, but what the devil? Did you hear that, Your Honor? The witness didn't actually see the body. That completely overturns the prosecution's claim that the witness was led to it. Justice Dono, you dare bear steel at me again. Nice try, boy wonder. So what if I didn't see the body? The fact remains that Juniper led me there. Feast your eyes on this. What exactly am I looking at here? It's a crucial moment forever frozen in time by my third eye. A photo clearly showing Juniper Woods. It's showing jack shit! Why did you not tell me of this? It's a shocking scoop I was saving for just the right moment. And that would be now, right here in court. Surprise! He's gonna break his cuffs. Come on, man. What'd I do? All journalists keep their scoop secret until the right moment. You're not a really good journalist, aren't you? It's pretty brave hiding it from Blackwell like that. Or pretty stupid. Well, this is an unexpected turn. Athena? About this picture. See how it only shows the back of the subject? Ah, so then... Right, who knows where this photo shows Juniper in the first place? Completely irrelevant point. What is relevant here is... There was someone who did try to lead the witness to the body. Take a gander at this, the route by which the accused escaped. The witness pursued the accused this way after she fled the dressing room. The accused ascended to the first floor and exited to the quad. Then what, Carton Quentin? Then I tripped and fell, caught my knee on my own box. That explains the bandage on her leg. Recall that the body was already there, for Hugh O'Connor had already seen it. She was trying to show someone the body because she wanted to stop the mock trial.
Hold it!
But if the facts have changed, that's all the more reason to cross-examine the witness. The defense has a point there. Very well, you may proceed with your cross-examination. It seems Justice Dono has saved your pretty little hide, Missy. For now, at least. Whew. Guess I pulled that off somehow. Thanks, Apollo. You're a lifesaver. Get your shit together, Athena. Don't let Apollo be pulling all the weight. Incidentally, my compliments to the witness for her very fine box. It's primo cardboard, lovingly selected among many. Tell another lie or hide another fact for me. And I shall put it to the torch. Please, anything but that. I think it would be more eco-friendly to recycle it, but that's just me. Alright, Miss Sykes, you may cross-examine the witness. I'm assuming it's the evidence. It's the same statement from before, or a different one. Oh no, it's the same one from before. Okay.
Hold it!
Why would she change into that costume? The mock trial was about to begin. How should I know? But if you don't believe me, take a look at this photo. It captures this critical moment like the gonzo journalistic pro that I am. But this only shows the back of whoever was fleeing. Considering to shoot her face when she's running away from me? I guess you're right, but... Anyway, as this photo shows, Juniper was in her stage costume.
Hold it!
Okay. What would our client have to gain from leading you there? The accused had employed her self-penned script as a manner for murder, ergo she had to stop the mock trial before the script's details became public. And that counts for a desperate attempt to lead a current crime here to the body.
Objection!
But as we all know, Miss Scuttlebutt didn't in the 30s. As a result, the mock trial began as scheduled.
Objection!
The issue here is not whether it was in fact halted. The fact remains that the accused was trying to lead the witness to the body. Does that not show clear intent to halt the mock trial? She keeps saying that it was from Junie, but she didn't even actually see the body. Yeah, but Blackwell's assertion takes that into account. So even if I press her on never seeing the body, I won't be able to overturn this costume, or this testimony. Whoever it was that was fleeing, Miriam never did see their face, so I'm wondering why she thought it was Juniper. Try thinking along that line and see what you come up with. Wait a second. Bullshit. Constellations glow through fabric. Loose constellations throughout. Make glow from inside. Embellished with frills. There ain't no fucking constellations on this thing. Got her. Got her.
Objection!
This is a blue goddamn tarp. Miss Scuttlebutt's sole basis for identifying a client as the figure in this photo is the fact that it shows someone in Miss Woods' stage costume. Well, it is Juniper's costume, so that must be Juniper in it. It's clear cut. No, that's where you're completely mistaken. What? This is a design drawing of our client's stage costume. Oh my, what a wonderful creation. The constellations are extraordinary. It's literally Lemuel's costume from a Apollo Justice game. In the drawing, there are constellations all over the outside of the costume. But there's not a single star on the costume in the photo. Oh, then that means... what exactly? Your Honor, there were no other blue costumes at the scene, which leads to me to believe that the figure in the photo was wearing a client's costume inside out. But why would Miss Woods make a mistake like that? Well, it's not really a matter of why, but a matter of who made the mistake of putting it on inside out. Wait, you're not suggesting... That's right, I'm glad you're catching on. The costumes designer wouldn't put her own costume on inside out. Wouldn't Blackwell just make this a statement that maybe she did it to make it look like it's not her because it would be identified as her? I'm a scuttlebutt, but it doesn't believing you had a scoop when you... Sorry, Miss Scuttlebutt, but doesn't believing you had a scoop when you really didn't make you a failure as a reporter? A failure as a reporter? Well, hello, Miss Scuttlebutt. So nice to meet the woman beneath the box. You didn't see nothing.
Objection!
Now I would have you stop right there, Psych Stono. Was why of the matter upon which I would have this court focus. What do you mean? Mr. Juniper Woods. Yes? What were you doing on the morning of the mock trial? I was in my dressing room, painting my costume in fluorescent paint. Fluorescent paint? My design drawing shows twinkling stars on the costume. I was going to make the costume shimmer like that by painting the inside fluorescent. What was that again? Fluoride? Did your costume have cavities? Oh, that's how we get to that one point. Oh, okay. I remember how we go with this. Not fluoride, fluorescent, as in glowing. The paint would make it glow in the dark. Yes, so you applied that to the inside of the costume. And then, once again, I'll point out, by the way, that since I have played this game series before, up until this game, after this, I got like probably into the second case of the game after this, and then I stopped. But I have played through all this game. So while I kind of remember, I always say this, while I do remember the actual, like, you know, what's it called, the suspect, the actual, like, culprits, I don't always remember the method. I don't always remember our method to getting to said culprits. And in general, I don't always remember our line of logic going from one place to another. However, sometimes, it's like when you watch a movie that has, you know, a twist in it or something, and then you watch it again, you're like, oh shit, you see the signs before you get there? I'll be like, oh, I know exactly what I need to go from here. I let it dry for a while because I heard it takes a long time. So I put the costume on my mannequin inside out. So then, this is a photograph of the inside of the costume taken in the dark. As you can see, there are a heavy layer of paint over the entire inside surface. If someone would have properly donned this costume in this state, the wet paint would get all over their body. Why, yes, I believe it would. Indeed, ergo, the costume was worn the way it was, not by anyone's mistake, but because this was the way it was on the mannequin, inside out. Ooh, we're gonna have some fun with this. Because he would have a photo. Did we just fall into his trap? Yeah, I bet Blackwell had it all planned out. But I think you should give this photo a nice long look. Oh, please tell me you found something that doesn't add up. Check out the chest area. It kind of looks like a handprints to me. Hey, you're right. But Junior would know better than to touch it while the paint was still wet.
Objection!
I believe the term describes your thought process as wishful thinking. After all, if master painters made mistakes, why not rank amateur such as the accused?
Objection!
So basically, you're saying my claim requires evidence to back it up. Evidence? That shouldn't be a problem, right? After all, you've come this far. Just because I've come this far doesn't mean I've thought everything through, though. What? You mean you've just been bluffing? What did you expect me to do? I'm sick of losing to this guy. But you're right. There's only one thing left to do at this point. And that's to present some evidence. Pronto. A showdown, is it? I'll gladly accept. The fluorescent paint must have stuck to the hands of whoever touched the costume, and the paint must go in dark places. So I just need to carefully check every last piece of evidence. Wow. This is gonna be so fucking hard to figure out. A school newspaper. Interesting. Take a look at the photo where the lights are dim and the spotlight is on Miss Woods. Observe Mr. Newman's hands in the photo as he stands at the prosecutor's bench. As you can see, it's glowing, just like Miss Woods' fluorescent paint. It's glowing quite brightly, I might add. But why would he put fluorescent paint on his hands for the mock trial, you may ask? The answer is he wouldn't, not on purpose. It got there when he put the costume on. Oh, that means... What again? It means the figure photographed in the costume was not a client, Juniper Woods. It was her classmate, Robin Newman. What? To think you were actually able to prove that. Well, you never know what's gonna happen next. That's the thrill of the courtroom. Yeah. You never know what's gonna happen next. Yeah. Where? So then, does that mean that Robin is our man? Well, that's certainly how it looks. Very well. Robin Newman it is. He is here in the gallery, I trust. Show yourself. I challenge you to a duel. If you're man enough. Will the witness please state his name and occupation? I'm Robin Newman. I want to become a great artist. I practice day and night. Yeah. No, that's not it. Art's gotta be sincere, man. So for occupation, should we put down budding artists? No. Themis Legal Academy, Senior, Prosecutor Course. Which braces proof of my masculinity. I've been trained to be a prosecutor for 18 years. I assume you'll be cleaning up the pottery you smashed before you leave today. Oh man. Yeah, man. It seems the witness has finally settled down. You may proceed with your testimony, Mr. Newman. Specifically, the court wishes to hear why you had fluorescent paint on your hand. Okay, here we go. Our first big moment of this case. I went to see Juniper in her questioning room, but she wasn't there. When I walked by that fully costume, I was like, whoa, the mannequin it was on, it was about to fall on me. I got that paint on me when I caught it, but I never put it on. That's just stupid.
Hold it!
Athena, Your Honor, I recommend a short therapy session for the witness. Well, Mr. Newman does seem particularly agitated, but... Oh. No! Not again. What's his problem? I sense at the moment Robin took the stand. The discord in his heart. So you're thinking he might be hiding something? Probably. You ready, Mr. Newman? Let's see what Mood Matrix can do for you. Now, mind you, some of the stuff that we're about to get to has made this slightly dated ideals in certain parts of society. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Good there.
Got it!
When you mention the stage costume, I sense a certain powerful feeling of joy. Would you care to explain, Mr. Newman? Wait, what? Why would a fully scarf thing and a long skirt make me feel like that? I don't know, but you seem awfully interested in that costume for some reason. You didn't happen to put it on, did you? Like I'd be into that kind of thing. I'm a dude and I'm into braces. You don't think Robin's actually got a thing for Juniper's outfit, do you? Oh, come on, isn't it obvious? You're enjoying this a bit too much, Athena. No way, man. The mannequin came falling out toward me, so I stuck out my hands to stop it. End of story. That's a new piece of information. Time to run an update. You said the mannequin came falling toward you, so you stuck your hands out to stop it. If so, then the fingers of your hands would have been pointing outward like this. But that's not what the handprints show. In fact, this looks more like your thumbs and the base of your palms. Why in the world would I leave such weird handprints? Why indeed? You know why. You left them when you went to adjust the scarf after putting it on. Just like the motto in this drawing. Whoa! Why don't you just admit it, Mr. Newman? You did put the stage costume on, didn't you? And you really do like the Miss Woods clothes, don't you? Fine, I admit to putting the costume on. But I don't like girly clothes, man. 90% still noise. Yes, new information to plug in. Time for another update. Oh, that was a good one. Okay. I just touched her on food stubbornness. Okay. There, another motion that doesn't fit. So what? You really starting to get on my nerves, man. Mr. Newman, you got excited when you put the costume on, but you also felt sad. Who cares if I felt sad? It's no big deal. Okay, Mr. Newman, out with it. Why did you feel sad? You're hiding something, aren't you? Oh no! You're not fooling anyone anymore. Now tell us why you sad. Why you were sad. Okay, fine. If it's gonna be the way, I'll tell you. The reason I felt sad is no matter how many I dress up, I'll never be as pretty as Juniper. Well, no offense, but his habit of shouting at the top of his lungs doesn't exactly help. No, that's not it. I totally owned those girly clothes. I should have been totally pretty. But there's something that keeps getting in my way. It's a whole lot of anger and raw emotion right there. His heart is crying out in pain. His emotions are out of control. Out of control emotions. We saw those during the Ninetales Vale incident. So all we have to do is find the source of his uncontrollable anger, right? Right, help me look for a conflict between the statements and the images we see. If we can find that, we can wrestle him away from whatever's tormenting him. Fine, I'll testify, man. Uh-oh. You feel greater anger towards your brace, don't you? Is that what you feel is holding you back from being as pretty as you think you should be? Huh? Oh, what? Mr. Newman, the truth is, you really want to take that brace off, don't you? No way, man. This is a symbol of masculinity. I could never take it off. Is that you can't take it off, or that you don't want to take it off? Oh man, I should keep my big mouth shut. Intense anger towards his brace calls for a symbol of masculinity, but he can't take it off, not even when he's trying to look pretty. It could be the root of his complicated relationship with his brace. I have a feeling we're on the verge of uncovering an earth-shattering secret. Athena, you okay? It seems Robin is still hiding a secret, a big one. Bigger than the fact that he's secretly jealous of Juniper's looks? Yes, at least I think so. Yes, it can be. Mr. Newman, what? I'm onto your little secret. If I'm correct, it's not very little at all. It's huge. This sounds completely insane, but it's the only possibility left. Mr. Newman, Or should I say, Miss Newman. You are and always have been a girl. What? Have you lost the plot, Athena? No, I'm completely serious. I don't have any direct evidence. But that's what Robin's heart is shouting out loud and clear.
Hold it!
But I still think you've totally lost it. I mean, Robin reeks of testosterone. How could he possibly be a she? I, for one, have never seen a girl who shouts like a maniac all the time. Oh. I've seen plenty of witnesses in my day. But if he's a she, then she's the most convincing actress I've ever encountered. Therefore, let me pronounce my verdict. Robin Newman is without question a man. Oh. You are now truly just as Stoner's equal in one area. You are equally insane. Never in the history of this planet has there been a final specimen of the masculine spirit. Oh, please, there've been more. What about Gumshoe? He's got the masculine spirit. Quote unquote. Oh. If you guys are done talking about me, I'm... Heh. Ha. If y'all noticed when we were playing this round today, if we were playing this case today, every time I referred to Robin, I specifically never used the words he. When they talked about the dialogue, I'd say it, but I never used the words he. I just used they. For one specific reason. Miss Sykes, no, allow me to call you Athena. I want to keep this a secret at all costs. But no. No way. Gotcha. Surely this must be some kind of jest. Nope, it's for real. I'm a girl, body and soul. If you don't believe me, I'll give you a PEEK. As if this was made today, there may have been some difference in how the logic would have gone in terms of just saying whether or not just a guy who wants to put on girls' clothes as a girl. There would have been some difference in that. This is made during a different time. Or all the decision is gone. The image is now complete. Well, that knocked out all the Discord. Down to 0. And now we know why she ran away. I was raised as a boy until I was little, and I studied law just as my parents wanted. But now this living life has had me pinned to the ground. It's been blown to the means by you, Athena. I can stop pretending I want to be a prosecutor. I'm gonna be an artist. Yay! That's why you like pottery. It's like pottery, it rhymes. Order, what a shocking development. He really did turn out to be a she. Why is everyone looking at me like that? Taking a drink again. I feel like a movie star or something. No paparazzi, please. I value my privacy. Okay, why? No pixel, you'll regret it, man. Am I just imagining things? Or is Robin even more hyper now than when she was a he? I don't know. Maybe it's because she finally got her troubles off her chest? Literally. This is all well and good, but does he being a she actually change anything? The fact that the witness is actually a girl does change things, because there's now a piece of evidence that we must reevaluate. Very well, let's see what the defense has for us now. What piece of evidence must we reconsider now that we know that witness is a girl?
Take that!
This is what I'd like the court to reconsider. Oh, the tape recorder. The one that recorded the threat. You're a goner. That's right. And we have already established that it's a female voice in the recording. Of all the students who could have moved the body before the mock trial was to start, our client was the only female if you exclude Miss Scuttlebutt because of her alibi. And that is why the tape recorder made our client the prime suspect. Ah, so then... That's right, the witnesses revealed that she's a girl. Therefore, if we're using the voice in this recording as the basis for hurling accusations, this witness must be labeled a suspect too. Oh. Oh no. And, I'm not saying she did it, but, and, she was trained as to be a guy for so long. She has this quote-unquote masculine energy, right? You know, of the two of them, which one do you think is more capable of stabbing someone in terms of having the strength to stab someone? I mean, anyone can stab someone, but still. But as a defense, we could make that argument. It's not the right argument. It's not a good argument, but we could make that argument. Talk about a sudden turn of events. You've done it. You found a hole in one of the prosecution's key pieces of evidence. Yeah, but wow, that was a lot of work for a single
Objection.
one. Not so hasty now. You're forgetting that only one person here was privy to the script. There go Miss Juniper Woods is still the prime suspect. About that, Miss Newman hid the fact that she was a girl both in the crime scene and court. And so that puts her in the camp suspicious. That's not nice, Athena. How can you accuse me of being a killer? I mean, I'm just a weak, innocent little girl. Just thinking about that murder makes me...
Objection.
Suspicious as suspicious does. Undoubtedly, the witness does have some sort of connection to this crime. Perhaps our newfound lady is merely feigning ignorance. We can surmise that she lent support to the principal offender, Juniper Woods. By leading Miss Scuttlebutt to the body, that would make her an accessory to the crime. How can you say that? I'm not an accessory to any crime, Mr. Birdman.
Objection.
Birdman? Yes, Michael Keaton, Birdman. In any event, with the witness as an accessory, it explains quite a bit, does it not?
Objection.
Nobody could have known what was in the script was if they... Sorry, Junior, but... Our client may have leaked the script's details to someone. What the devil? And I know I shouldn't have, but yeah, yep. But yeah, I didn't want to say that answer because I was like, I know she talked about revising the script, but I didn't know if she actually would have told that to the prosecution. Miss Woods did not want Hugh O'Connor to win the mock trial. That's why I believe she leaked the details of the witness, Robin Newman. I get it. If Robin won, Hugh wouldn't be able to confess to Juniper. Right, Junior was probably trying to keep their friendship from becoming awkward. How could you, Athena? What a bunch of boy. I never heard a word about the script from Juniper. Never ever. You sure? Can you look me in the eye and swear you didn't? B.A.D. Athena. You don't have any evidence. We do. Actually, we might have just the thing. Really? Yeah, one of Robin's lines I read when we were reenacting the mock trial. The red sweatshirt? Mr. Newman was surprised what Professor Court was wearing. Robin said, oh, the green sweatshirt. S-U-R-E. I might have said that, but so what? Well, think of it this way, Athena. Yeah, which way exactly? If I told you that I'd be wearing a blue suit today, but then showed up wearing what I've got on now, what would you say? Oh, the red suit. Ah. Your Honor, we have evidence proving that Miss Newman knew the contents of the script. Defense moves to present said evidence to the court. Very well, Miss Sykes, present away. I didn't know I was going to bring out this evidence so quickly, but I guess so.
Take that!
The mock trial script. Miss Newman, during the mock trial, you were shown a photo of the victim's body. And reportedly, you read it by saying, oh, the green sweatsuit. If you remember earlier, I talked about let's prepare. Yeah, sweatsuit. I mentioned this earlier on in stream. Victim's outfit will be red one for the prosecutor course. Yep. So it got changed. I said that. What's your point? You seem to have some issue with green sweatsuit, and I think I know why. Proof is in the script, specifically on the things to prepare page. Sweatsuit. Victim's outfit will be a red one from the prosecutor's course. Ah. You were surprised because the sweatsuit in the photo was green. But if you didn't know about the script's content, then you shouldn't have surprised you. I thought we were friends, Athena. How could I have been so blind? In light of her privileged knowledge, I moved to declare Miss Newman a suspect, Your Honor. You what? If knowing script details makes me a suspect, then there must be others beside me. I mean, someone else could have also seen Professor Quartz's note. True. Note? What note? The professor and Juniper were working together to prepare for the mock trial. Only one copy of the script was made to prevent it from being leaked. But that gets kind of inconvenient, right? You're not seriously going to suggest... But it's the truth. Professor Court did do exactly what you're thinking. She didn't write down any of the proceedings or the truth behind the case. But she did write a note to herself about the props and details about the victim's BODY. Is this really true, Miss Newman? If you don't believe me, send the police over to my house. Tell them to check the pictures on my camera. I thought it might give me an advantage. So I took a picture of the note. I'd say she's telling the truth. You know what that means? Wait a sec. If there's a note with details about the body, then that means there are others who could have made the murder look like our client's script. Yes, I believe you're right. Apparently, this case isn't as clear-cut as Prosecutor Blackwell would have us believe. This new revelation blasts a big fat hole in the prosecution's case.
Objection!
Bully for you, Missy, but don't think this spells victory. And why not? The battle is still young, and my blade is now fully drawn. Put it back in, come on. We're in public. Between it and my next witness, your life will be forfeit, so put away your wooden sword. And show me what you are truly capable of if you wish to live. Round 3. Three witnesses. I already said I want nothing to do with this trial. How juvenile, it is not a matter of what you want, for you will cooperate, Hugh O'Connor. Prosecutor Blackwell, why have you called this witness? You will recall that the day before the mock trial, in short the day of the murder, the accused testified that she left for home at around 6 p.m. Yes, my notes here do confirm that fact. Right, a client wasn't at school at the estimated time of death, so she couldn't be...
Objection!
Yet that was but a fallacious lie. Or am I mistaken, Golden Boy? I have no intention of saying anything more. Now, if you excuse me... Hold, I am not through with you yet. It seems the rogue prosecutor has it out for me. Leave and we just might discuss you-know-what. No, wait. I changed my mind. I'll stay and testify. That's called blackmail. That's called threatening the witness. Are you sure, Mr. O'Connor? A word of genius is as good as gold. Let's get on with this. Hugh O'Connor, a senior of Themis Legal Academy lawyer course. How's that? Just fine. Your testimony, then, if you please. You're up against the top of the class now. I'd be careful if I were you. I know Junie would never lie like that. That pompous schoolboy won't know what hit him. To get mentally prepared for the mock trial, I meditated the archery range until 7 p.m. At around 7:15, I went to the main building before going home. That's when I saw Juniper. We didn't say much as we passed by each other. She seemed her usual self. That's it. Anything else you'd like to ask? That's quite enough. Well done, golden boy. Heh. The final bell rings at 7 p.m., at which point the campus is a desolate place. 7 p.m. for school? God damn. Well, if it's college campus, then yeah, I can understand that. Now recall the tape recorder. We know the time of this voice recording. It was 7:10 p.m. the day before the mock trial. That was the dark hour of this heinous crime. Do you have any proof of that? As its final bell, the school plays a special broadcast when the clock strikes 7. A female voice on the tape appears 10 minutes after that broadcast. Killer waited until the school was empty to spring her devious and deadly trap. Okay. So when the witness or the defendant, that would have been. Indeed, it was 5 minutes after the voice was captured on the tape in the art room. Ergo, we know that the accused was still in the main building even after the killing. So the time of the murder and the time of when the body was moved. Miss Sykes, your cross-examination, please. Sure thing. It's gonna be more pressing, I think, on this than presenting. Why did you go to the main building at 7:15? The client has stated she went home at 6 p.m. No, wrong. I don't know what she was doing, but Juniper was definitely at school after 7 p.m. But I suppose neither side can prove one way or the other. Truth be told, I only saw her from the briefest of moments.
Hold it!
So you just walked past a good friend, barely saying a word? The final bell had already rung. They get mad when you start standing around chatting. And again, we're not like you people talking endlessly in those annoyingly loud voices. Hey! Annoyingly loud voices, I like it if you refrain from insulting my partner like that. Normally I'd shout objection right about now, but I'll take this one for the team. Anyway, I think that's about all I have to say.
Hold it!
So, do you meditate often? Don't tell me you're going to start pestering me too. What's that supposed to mean? No need to play dumb with me. All the girls want to know about my private life. What? Mind the defense, this is a court of law, not a pickup spot. It seems Miss Fancy Pants' lawyer is submitting with the witness.
Objection!
Objection, objection, objection. I'm just trying to get establish the witnesses. If you must know, I never go a day without meditating. Satisfied now, stalker girl? That's it, you better take that. Whoa, whoa there, tiger. Just take a deep breath and relax. I'll just continue my testimony now if you don't mind. Why do you have to do that to me?
Hold it!
Alright, I'll take you up on your kind offer. I expected as much, so go ahead, ask away. Okay. Please tell the court what you were doing October 23rd, the day before the mock trial. That's an easy one, nothing in particular. Nothing at all? You didn't help with the preparations? You don't get it, do you? Well, there it is again. I was merely playing the role assigned to me. I left the preparations and the like to the others. My job was to be mentally prepared. Just to reiterate, I spent most of the 23rd meditating at the archery range. I didn't talk to anyone until the school closed at 7 p.m. Suppose a few archery club members did come and go while I was still there. But you didn't talk to anyone? Not a single soul? That's right, I didn't say a word to anyone till the final bell at 7 p.m. I see. This is crucial information. Oh, that's right. Please add it to your testimony. I don't know if you're bluffing, but if you are, you have a pretty good poker face. Well, thank you. I get it from Lady Gaga.
Objection!
So you didn't talk to anybody on October 23rd. Are you sure about that? Heh. I already told you. My word is as good as gold. Okay, then how do you explain this? And don't spare any details. Sorry, never seen that before. This is the victim's planner. She recorded all of her plans in great detail. Take a look at this page here. It reads 23rd, meet with Hugh, and important. Don't you find that interesting? Where'd you get that? The keyword here is important. You say you were at the archery range all day. But you also said a few students came and went while you were there. That doesn't sound quite like a great place for an important talk. But the entire campus was buzzing with activity before the mock trial. What could they have possibly had a private conversation? I thought about that too. But the situation changes after the last bell. What's this now? The witness stayed after the last bell in order to have a private talk with the victim. Am I right, Mr. O'Connor? This is insane. Must we go through this yet again? I suppose you also have no evidence as usual. No, I don't have any direct evidence. However, the witness was meditating until after the last bell. He attempted to conceal his private meeting with the victim. First Robin, now me. Who are you going to accuse next? You're just another unscrupulous attorney trying to look ahead. Don't let him get to you. He's definitely hiding something. I mean, he was supposed to meet with the victim around her established time of death. I have my suspicions about Robin, but Hugh seems just as guilty. These three are the only possible suspects after all. Mr. Connor, answer me this. Did you meet with Professor Court that day? Sorry, Mr. Jailbird Prosecutor. I don't mean to steal your thunder, but I have something to say. If it will save me some trouble, then by all means speak away. If you would recall, Miss Sykes, the voice on the tape recorder was female. Knowing that, I'd like you to explain how I could possibly be a suspect. There's a very easy answer to this. Golden Boy here does shine gold indeed. Here, can take the reins. You're more than capable of prosecuting this case. Sorry, but I'm studying to be a lawyer. What a pity to think such genius is to be wasted on mere lawyering. Are you two really forgetting one thing? At last, your moment is here, Sykes Donut. Time to refute Golden Boy's statement and prove that you're the young prodigy worth of the badge on your lapel. The voice is unmistakably female, so there's no point in arguing about that. Yeah, you're right. In which case, think about this. To whom does the voice on the tape really belong to? The voice on the tape belongs to the victim. That's the only thing that makes sense.
Objection!
Are you mad? The voice in the recording says you're a goner. That is something a murderer shouts at their victim, not the other way around. You're a goner. You're a goner. You're... Athena? You're a goner. You're a goner. You're a Connor. Hugh O'Connor. Wait a second. Wait, whoa, Athena, you're scaring me here. You're scared. I'm terrified for even coming up with this. With what? Prosecutor Blackwell, you wanted to know if I was worthy of my badge? Well, I'm about to show you why. Despite my age, I can wear it with pride. Oh, then I take it you won't be changing your argument? Still, it stands that it's a bit odd for the victim to be the one yelling, "You're a goner." I agree, if that's what the victim was saying, but it's not. I assume we have something to back up your assertion, Miss Sykes? If it is indeed prosecutor quotes on the tape, what she was saying, she was... I would like to call one basic fact into questioning. Is that shout on the tape really saying you're a goner? What are you up to now, Athena? Professor Quartz, planner, says he was supposed to meet with a witness for an important talk. Perhaps our witness, despite being a genius, had done something wrong. And this made Professor Court get angry with him during our private meeting. I don't see how this changes what we heard on the tape. Well, if you want to see how it changes things, then let's try a little experiment. Your Honor, I want you to yell at the witness if you're mad at him. But, and this is important, use his full name. Okay, let's see. Hugh O'Connor. Hugh O'Connor. Hugh O'Connor. Hugh O'Connor. Yeah, Hugh O'Connor. Hugh O'Connor. It sounds very similar. What did I do to deserve that? Yes, like that. Now try again, but faster. Hugh O'Connor. Hugh O'Connor? Hugh O'Connor? Hugh O'Connor? Wait a second. No, this can't be. Ah, but it is, Your Honor. Humans are not perfect. That's a scientific fact. We sometimes mistake shadows for monsters or wind for voices. Now that you mention it, the sound on the tape recorder never was the phrase "you're a goner." That's only what we thought when we heard, when in fact it was the witness getting yelled at. A court will note that that's different from the selective hearing men are so good at. What? I think you're right, but what was that last part again? She's out of line, but she's right. Never mind. The important thing is that the voice that was recorded isn't our client's. And since it was a victim scoring the witness, he must now join the list of suspects.
Objection!
I had thought that the testimony would suffice, but it seems it has come to this. I will not allow such fallacious quibbles to upend this case. The prosecution has one final piece of evidence to present to the court. Please as in this photo and let me see that insolent look vanish from within. Let's see. Oh, it's a picture of the defendant and the victim. The photograph shows the professor and the student preparing for the mock trial together. Wait, was this taken in the art room, the room where the murder had occurred? Indeed it was, but the revelations did not end there. Do you see the clock on the wall? It reads 7:05, a mere 5 minutes before the voice was recorded on the tape. What? The accused brutally stabbed the victim to death 5 minutes after this photo was taken. Okay, well, how do you know it was... Okay, so it's taken down the day of murder. Okay, never mind. It seems the defendant's culpability in the crime is quite obvious. Understand now? You can believe in your client all you wish, but try as you might. Such misplaced faith will inevitably be cut down before the cruel, steely blade of truth. Listen, Missy, the person you like to save more than anyone else in the world, I'll be willing to raise that your defense isn't what they desire. But I became a lawyer so I could... You still fail to understand. After so much pain and defeat, the courts are not the play yards of little children dressed as lawyers. So before you break your back in failure, Run along home and grow up. This is better than bad. Who knew Black Girl had that one waiting in the wings? Why didn't that twisted Sam I just presented at the beginning? Nah. Robin, Newman, a girl who had been forced to live with Leia as a girl? Or was it Hugh O'Connor, the honor student who had met with Professor Court? There seems to be little reason to debate the defendant's guilt any longer. The time for a verdict has come. No, that's not gonna happen, man. What's the meaning of this? You can't interrupt a judge about to hand down a tee maybe, but false verdicts RANONO. What? Miss Newman, please explain yourself. Juniper's not the killer. I know because I know who the real killer is. You do? You know who the real killer is? Yep. I know because the real killer is Emmy. Oh. What? It was me. I did it alone. Just me. Miss Newman was witness near the stage. There's even a related photo of her. The more I think about it, the more suspicious she seems. Robin Newman isn't the kind of guy who pins the blame on his friends just so he can walk away free. Get it over with. Declare me guilty already. Please, wait. Juniper, what are you doing? Thank you for all you've done, Thena, but you have to forgive me. I can't let my friends take the blame any longer. Junie, no! Don't do it! You and Robin have done nothing wrong. They have absolutely no connection to this case. The real killer is me. I alone am responsible for the entire crime. What?
Objection!
Junie, you know that's not true. Hurry up and retract your statement. I'm afraid it is true. Forgive me, Athena. Order, order! Will someone please explain what's going on here? I see right through your cheap ploy. School rules state that a prior conviction terminates one eligibility to graduate. A guilty verdict here would make whatever dreams one had go up in a puff of smoke. Oh, I wasn't aware. Even meek little mice will fight when cornered. A pitiful spectacle, I might add. Those vermin are trying to protect each other out of now that there's nowhere else to run. Round 3. This whole thing's a joke. What is wrong with kids these days? I know what just crossed your mind, Miss Sykes. You think I'm the killer, don't you? Well, he really is a genius. He even knows what you're thinking. I think it's about time I told you the truth. I'll even get right to the point. It was me. I did it. Wait. What? So you have 3 people, all friends, all claiming to be the killer. But there can only be one. Now both potential suspects are claiming to be the real killer. I'm so confused right now. If you still have doubts, how about I detail my murder plot? It's absolute genius. Enough of this nonsense. This is a court of law, not the set of some high school drama. I see I have no choice. I'm afraid I'll have to. Oi, wait, your baldness. Nope, I'm sorry, Prosecutor Blackwell, but I'm not in a position to hand down a verdict just yet. I'm hoping that the defense and prosecution can come with some airtight evidence. That is why I'm giving you both the rest of the day to continue investigating this case. Woo! Fine. Do as you wish. This brings today's proceedings to a close. Court is adjourned. I don't know how we managed to do it, but we managed to do it. Oh, 9:09, absolutely, 9 o'clock, damn. Alright, we're gonna stop there for today, because as we always try and do, well, next case, we're gonna do a lot more than usual, because it's gonna be a long-ass stream. But usually we try only do 1 investigation or 1 trial a day. But in the meantime, we're gonna find someone to raid. I'll put some music on the background. This is saved. Go like that, and that's good. Where are we going? Where are we dropping? Oh, well, I know where we're going. A regular of ours. Someone who's gotten back into streaming. We're gonna go say hi to Yokai. Oh, also, we actually would. No. We'll keep that way message. And there we go. I need to find some more personalized weight messages. It's a good default that I have, though, at least. Oops. Copy all that. Oh, I didn't even copy that last one. There we go. Perfect. Okay. As we wait. So, okay, we have Folk Blues next. Tomorrow it's supposed to be 5:30, but we have apartment hunting, which I mean, it doesn't really matter at this point. I think we already found an apartment, but we have an apartment hunting at 5:30 anyhow. So we won't start till 6:30. So it's gonna be not a long stream, but it's gonna be a later stream. I'm probably gonna make a Blue Sky post about that after this. That's for Tuesday. Wednesday, I think we're doing Monster Hunter World. I need to check with Jay actually about that. Thursday, we're gonna finish up Max Payne 2. That's definite. And then no stream Friday, Saturday, wildcard, most likely Civ 6. And that's our plan for this week, unless things go south. Anyway, thank you for coming, and bye.